What's good? What's good? What's good? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, world? It's your boy. It's your host, Ryan from the Six Man. What's good, man? What's going on with everybody? We in the building. Big Six is in the building. Let me take this banner down quick, man, because it's messing up everything. Everything. There we go. Hope everybody's having a good Tuesday morning. Salute to everybody rocking out with me. Salute to everybody on the East Coast. Driving into work, man. You know, up here in the East Coast, up north, it's cold, boy. It's cold. I had to walk my kids to school just now. I was like, damn, bro. Shout out to my parents for doing that. Cause yo, I was crazy. But shout out to everybody getting to work, man. Hope y'all have a blessed day. Take it easy on the roads, man. If you in the East Coast right now and you got snow overnight, take your time, get to work, be safe. You on the West Coast, man. Shout out to you for getting up early, get some coffee, listening to your boy. Break down some boxing, man. Shout out to my man Darius Flowers in the building. What's going on, champ? Salute to everybody, man. I really appreciate y'all for rocking with me, tuning in last night. We had a nice show. Shout out to Hector Bermudez for coming on and, making me take another couple laps like a true coach is supposed to do. I tried to jump off. He said, nah, hold on, man. We need a little bit more. So shout out to Coach for that, man. I appreciate him. He's a great boxing mind, great person to talk to, man. And he gonna give you his real take, man. He's not gonna be sugarcoating nothing. So shout out to Coach, man, over there doing his thing, Hector Bermudez, and supporting the channel, man. Shout out to everybody who dropped the super chat yesterday to support the channel. Let me put up a super chat goal, man. Get a goal rocking. So see if we can hit a little goal. It's obviously gonna be like a short show, man. It's gonna be more like a previews. I won't give my predictions just yet. I would like to go live for this one and cover the fight. Shout out to Cruz, man. Cruz and my man Roach. I mean, PBC couldn't deliver Tank Davis, but they delivered him a main event slot here. So I guess that's better than nothing, bro. They could have shelved. They could have shelved Lamont. They could have been like, nah, bro, or they could have gave him a bad slot, right? They could have just put him on anywhere, but they gave him a main event slot. So shout out to them for doing that. But then again, we don't know his rematch clause stipulations. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know those stipulations, so we don't know if it's truly a situation of where they gotta honor it or not. But I'm not gonna harp on that because I think Lamont Roach is in a decent position. He couldn't get the Tank fight, but he got probably, I guess, one of the better next things. Interim belt at 140. It's a beatable opponent. On the main event slot. Sounds good to me. Shout out to Darius Flowers. He said, Ryan, you see them catch Coach wink at Scooby as he took the knee. They said the fix was in, but I don't know. Yeah, I seen the video, bro. I saw the video, and I don't know. I feel like maybe they had a conversation before they went out in that round, and it probably went like something like maybe Kurt Scooby was hurt in the previous round, and maybe Coach just said, bro, if you get hurt again, take that knee, man. Take your time. We just trying to get through the fight. But sometimes, I don't know what their situation is like, but sometimes the promoter will take you to the side and be like, if you make it through the fight, we'll give you extra $1,000 or something like that to try to push the guy that they got, or to try to get the guy beat that they got, which sounds crazy. But sometimes, yeah, they trying to ice guys out, man. So they try to get him beat. So they give the opponent incentives, right, to do things. So I don't know what their situation was. I'm not gonna look into it too much, But I think Coach knew it was an uphill battle from the start, bro. 2 weeks on short notice against a guy like Adam Azim. who I didn't think much of, but shout out to him, bro. I gotta give him his props. He stopped Scooby, man. No matter how way we try to twist it, that's what happened. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. I really appreciate y'all. Here are the topics we're gonna speak on. Obviously, the main event. You know, who's ready to take the mantle, the PBC mantle. Janibek and Lara, they got the unification. Shout out to them for moving 160 division finally. And you know, cool boy, Stephen Fulton and Oshaki Foster, they've been lined up for a minute, man. So I'm happy to see they finally fighting because they've had their date pushed back like what 3 times now. I think 3 times. I think they're supposed to fight in August on the Tank Roach rematch. That got pushed up back because you know Tank took the Jake fight. And then they're supposed to fight on the Fedora undercard with Keith Thurman. And then Fedora got injured, so that got postponed. And then now they on the Tank and Roach undercard. Sorry, Tank. Eastside Cruz and Roach undercard. And yeah, it's finally happening, bro. So it's been a long time waiting for those guys. I wonder how many times they had to scale back and then reset camp. Or did they all just keep in camp? I mean, that'd be a long camp, bro. From August to now, yo, that'd be a long camp. So I could imagine they were off and on, which is probably not too good either. But you know, both guys are going through it. It's not like one guy's going through it and the other guy isn't. Both guys will be going through it. So it is what it is, right? There's no real advantage there. So shout out to those guys though for finally getting it on, getting it in. And you know, there's talks of Oshaki Foster trying to leave the table. But I mean, you gotta look at it, man. Like, how many times you gonna cancel the fight before it happens? So I mean, if I'm Oshaki Foster, I gotta make sure that, you know, I'm keeping my house above my head and my family fed, man. So if I gotta look for other options because your whole promotional team can't figure this thing out, then yeah, we gotta walk away from the table and come back later. But shout out to Stephen Fulton making it worth Oshaki's while. And I think from what I said, I'm just paraphrasing. I think like Cool Boy said something about like he gave up a little bit of money. And you know, he shouldn't have to do that. The promotion should have to do that. Not Cool Boy Fulton, man. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. Make sure you smash that like button like Ann Wolf, y'all.
Did not really fight her.
Oh, big right hand. One punch. That is it. Forget about the count. It is over.
Yeah, it's over. You know what it is, man. In this morning show, I usually don't go live during the morning, so it's a little bit different. But you know, if I can, I'm definitely gonna try. I try to send out a little post to the subscribers. I don't know if y'all got it, man. I don't even know if the notifications be working, man. I think I'm shadow banned, yo. The way some of this shit be working out, but you know, it is what it is. I'm gonna keep rocking out, keep doing it. What we do over here, and you know, when it all pays off, man, it'll pay off one day. But shout out to everybody tuning in, man. I really appreciate y'all for showing love to the boy, man. Showing love to everybody, and salute to the guys out there. You know what I'm saying? A guy's guy.
Who's guy? Who's
No,
guy?
I mean guy.
Oh,
No, I mean guy. Geyserini. You know, a geyser, a guy that does what a guy does. A guy's guy.
a guy's guy.
Yeah, guy
Guy's guy. Yeah, man. Yo, Ryan, have you seen enough of Foster and Fulton to say which jab is better? Yeah, I have, bro, and it's tough. It's a tough one. It's tough. It's tough. I'll let y'all know when I get there. We gonna go through all the fights right now. We gonna go through them all. Like I said, the topics here we gonna talk about is Lamont Roach, Pitbull Cruz, who's ready to take the PBC mantle. Janibek and Lara. Obviously, first unification at 160 in a while, man. And then you know, Cool Boy and Oshaki Foster, man. They finally mixing it up, getting it done. And I'm happy to see that fight's going down, bro. That's gonna be a good fight. But shout out to the PBC for bringing on this card. I'm not sure how I feel about pay-per-view. I don't think Yeah, I don't like that, man. What's it, like $80? I don't think this card's worth it. I'll be right out there. Like, it's got good fights on it, but it don't got that marquee main event, which usually, and that shoot, I sound like a crazy fan right now. Because usually we have the marquee main event and then the undercard's trash. But this fight is like the main event's decent and the undercard is good. So I don't know. Maybe this is a good product then. Maybe I'm just trying to talk myself out of it because the main event ain't, it ain't the biggest names. But as you look at the whole like, card, I mean, yeah, man. It is what it is. It's a good one, bro. What up, Trinity BX, man? Said, good morning, Tim. Salute. That little overtime with Coach Bermudez yesterday was fire. I appreciate it, man. Shout out to Coach Bermudez. He came in, sent some motivation, bro. Sent me a little longer. He said, do a couple more laps, bro. That helps out, man. Shout out to Coach Bermudez pushing me. But yeah, let's talk about Pitbull Cruz, man, versus Lamont Roach. I think for sure, man, the guy who win this fight can have an opportunity to get pushed by the PBC because I look at it like I think David Benavidez, though I think he's still signed to the PBC in Samson, I don't think he's gonna be acting like a PBC fighter where he's gonna be fighting on PBC headline events. His next one, he want to fight Zerto. That looked like a whole Riyadh season event. It looks like, David Benavidez is gonna be a Riyadh season fighter, which I'm okay with because he's talking about being active too. But there's a hole, right, to fill. We all know Tank Davis is probably the most, or yeah, definitely is the highest profile fighter on the PBC. And then it was David Benavidez, who's now essentially not gone from the PBC, but he's not fighting on PBC cards. So he's not headlining PBC events. So I got to look at it like who's next in line, man. I feel like they try to push Sebastian Fedora in that way. And maybe the Keith Thurman, Sebastian Fedora build up showed them that he can't do it. Maybe they didn't see enough traction, not enough numbers online for it. And then maybe ticket sales weren't looking great either. So they're probably shifting their focus to Eastside Cruz and Lamont Roach because I think they're in Texas, man. And Eastside Cruz, he has a fan base, bro. I think at least I realized he had a fan base was in the Rio fight in LA, man. And the amount of Mexican fans out there holding the flags and had the Pitbull little mask on in the crowds. I was shocked, man. I was like, damn, they came out for Pitbull Cruz. I didn't know he had a fan base like that. But he does. He has a little rabid fan base. And the Mexicans, I get it, bro. He got the style that they love. He got that Mexican style, come forward fighter behind the punches. He's small, compact, and he's trying to knock your head off every time he hits you, man. And I think for sure, my man Pitbull Cruz, he gonna be in Texas, so he probably gonna have most of the crowd on his side too. Just looking at that, he gonna have the crowd in this, and from what they saying, this event's pretty much sold out already. So the ticket wise, they probably already looking at projections like, man, Pitbull Cruz and the Lamont Roach, they doing well out here. Now I think Pitbull Cruz probably selling most tickets, but Lamont Roach, the Roach, his whole thing from what he put Tank through, it's also raised his stock. We can't even lie, bro. We want to see this fight because we want to see how you look off the Tank fight because of what you did with Tank. Can you beat Pitbull Cruz better than Tank did? That's gonna be the barometer for Lamont Roach. And it's crazy because it's like, bro, I was one of the ones that was saying Tank Davis was cherry picking Lamont Roach. I'm not gonna front off that. But Roach definitely went ahead and showed us different. So he was one of them ones, man. So now we gotta respect him like that. And we gotta treat it like that. Shout out to my guy Toledo Treese, man. That boy working third shift with me. I appreciate you, Treese, man. You must be getting off work now, man. You must be getting off work. Headed home to go get some rest, brother. Salute to you for tuning in last night and coming on the panel, man. I appreciate you, man. I mean, Trini BX said Roach has an opportunity to make Barclays his second home, pulling off an exciting win, especially after having that tank fight there. Cruz has that style that fits anybody, any card. No, that's for real, bro. You can put Pitbull Cruz on any card, and people want to watch his fights because the way he fights, the style that he brings to the table, it's exciting. But at the same time, man, we got to look at it like Lamont Roach. If you can't really have a bad performance, bro, because now you got expectations. I thought you beat Tank Davis, man. The knee should have counted. I don't know how the knee didn't count, but hey, anyways, ref missed the call, bro. You can't challenge the play. We just got to keep going. But I think for sure this the play for Lamont Roach. He got to beat Tank Davis. I keep saying Tank Davis. He got to beat Lamont Roach. He got to beat Eastside Cruz. Let's try this a third time to get some coffee in me, bro. So Lamont Roach got to beat Pitbull Cruz. I think he got to look good doing it. And that's when he'll get some respect. But for now, some people still believe that, that fight with Tank Davis was a fluke. That it was more like Tank and it wasn't Roach. Tank was acting like, retirement was near, so he was 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So some people still not giving Lamont his credit. I'm gonna give Lamont Roach his credit, bro. Salute to him because he fought good in that Tank fight. He showed me another gear. And I never really watched his fights before that. I think I saw the Hector Garcia fight though. I did see that fight for Roach. And I think that was the one before Tank. Won a split decision, I believe. I did see that fight. I forget what undercard that was on. But I'm just saying, man, there's expectations now for Lamont Roach to come in here. And I'm even hearing high expectations of stoppage. I'm not that person, man. I don't believe Lamont Roach could stop Eastside Cruz, yo. I'm not on that at all. Shout out to Darius Flowers. He said, I think Rolly is a bigger puncher than Roach, and I never seen Roach use his legs as weapons, so I don't know if his pot shots can keep. Oh yeah, Pitbull obey. For real, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that's a question. And they fighting at a bigger weight too. He's moving up in weight to 140, man. Shout out to Z Pacino in the building. And all my brother. Stock Chasers in the building. What's good, Stock? Make sure y'all smash the like button when you fellas come in, man. I appreciate y'all. But yeah, I agree, Darius Flowers. Like, we don't know how the power is gonna translate. Cause I mean, this is why I'm confused as to why people are saying things like Lamont Roach should stop Eastside Cruz, man. I mean, I've never seen Eastside Cruz hurt. Like, I never seen him really wobbled, So I gotta look at it like, Ryo is kind of a big puncher. I think we can agree Ryo's probably a bigger puncher than Roach. Ryo didn't stop him. Tank Davis was hurt. So I don't fault Tank Davis for not stopping him. His hand was hurt. From what he says, he's fighting with one hand, so that's impressive. But I mean, any of the other guys, I never seen Rolly hurt Eastside Cruz in their fight. Who else Pitbull Cruz fight? Like Fierro, Salcido, like he was just, to me, he's never hurt. So how is Lamont Roach gonna hurt him? And Lamont Roach is moving up to another weight class. So I just see Lamont Roach outboxing him. I think that's how he got to win and how he got to approach it. It's a 12-round fight for the WBC interim title, super lightweight. So he got to go ahead and just box him. Box this dude, man. You got to be the matador. The bull is gonna come, bro. Pitbull Cruz is gonna come. He's gonna come to work. And I think that's how he beats people. He wears them down mentally. But Lamont Roach, this is the opportunity of a lifetime, man. Because he'll be the interim champ at 140. 140's kind of got some good names right now. Especially with shout out to Shakur Stevenson making that move up there to fight Teofimo Lopez. So 140's getting busy. It's getting busy up there. So Lamont Roach has an opportunity to, insert his name in that division as a legit threat. Off his last 2 wins, should he beat Eastside Cruz, and then you look at the Tank fight where he put Tank through it. We can't deny that. We saw what we saw. Just like we like to say with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, we saw what we saw. It's the same with Tank Davis and Lamont Roach. We saw what we saw. And this guy made Tank Davis face adversity, man. Made him look a certain way. And it was definitely a good fight. But for Eastside Cruz to win, I think for Eastside Cruz to win, he has to get to Roach's chest early in the fight. He's got to make the fight super uncomfortable from the rip, man. You got to make Roach use a lot of energy in those early rounds, and you got to steal a lot of those early rounds. I think you can't let Roach get out to too big of a lead if you're Eastside Cruz, because I think wearing Roach down as the fight goes on is going to be your best opportunity to win. Slow that man down. So you're going to have to get in his chest, throw some elbows to the ribs, throw some punches to the ribs, throw the whole kitchen at him to the ribs, slow Roach down on his feet, and force him into close corners, man, to where you can do a little bit of work. Because, Eastside Cruz, he don't got a jab, so we don't got to worry about throwing jabs. But he got some mean hooks, man. But to land them hooks, you got to get guys to lower their hands, and you got to go to the body. You got to dig a bit. You got to make it ugly, man. Touch him in the body, touch him in the elbows, touch him in the ribs, and then you start to go up top with it. Then you start hooking up top and chopping the blocks. But it's got to start low. And Pitbull Cruz is right there. He's a small guy already. Lamont looks taller than him too. So for Lamont Roach, this could be nightmare. If he can't get away from the pressure of Eastside Cruz, it's hard to beat a guy like that, man. It's even hard to keep a guy off you like that. And that's where Pitbull Cruz, in my opinion, thrives at, is when he sees you're under pressure and you're starting to feel the pressure. Then he gains some confidence, man. And we'll see if Pitbull Cruz can keep it up, because I think his style is tough, very tough to do. I don't think he does it great all the time. I think he gasses out a lot of times. In the Fierro fight, he gassed out. In the Omar Salcido fight, I think he also, like, down the line, he looked a bit gassed. And I don't know if it's because of the new weight, 140, if he wasn't carrying it well, or if Pitbull Cruz is just gaining too much weight between camps, yo. Because we've seen him look extremely big in these when he's not fighting. And for sure, I think the one fight that comes to mind is the Tank and Roach. He was there in the Barclays, and my man was looking huge in the face. I was confused. I was like, damn, how big like Pitbull Cruz get, man? This little guy, man, he need to stop eating. My man Trini BX said Roach got to use Cruz's pressure against him. Now that's facts, man. Got to turn him and pot shot, and turn him and pot shot. Get that man something to think about. Shout out to Z Pacino. He said Pitbull been looking lean as of late, but his gas tank still fades in the middle of the fight. Now that's facts, bro. That's what I worry about with Pitbull Cruz, man. His gas tank. His gas tank is to me has never been tremendous. So I don't know how he's gonna I just don't know how he's gonna look, how he's gonna be. It remains to see though. I want to see how he looks. I want to see how he does in this fight, because I think for sure for both men, this is essentially a 50-50 fight. They're both kind of like, well, people probably edge Lamont Roach because of his latest performance. But, Pitbull Cruz, he got some good wins, man. He said Roach a solid counter puncher, but that output is going to be hard to Yeah. Z Pacino, that's how, like, Pitbull got to look at it, bro. Like, even if Roach is a good counter puncher, as long as he not getting hit flush, you just got to keep the pressure going. And I think it's going to be hard for Lamont to land anything flush. Pitbull Cruz is extremely compact. He's a small dude, not a big guy, compact guy. And we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see what happens with the fight. If Lamont Roach could take advantage of Pitbull Cruz pressure, or if Pitbull Cruz, will burst the pipes, because that's what they say, man. Pressure bursts pipes, and maybe he can get on the inside early in the fight, slow Roach down, and then pick it up in the mid rounds and hurt Roach and possibly stop him. Because if anybody's gonna get stopped, I don't think it's gonna be Isaac Cruz, man. But we'll see, bro. We'll see how that goes. He said, "Have you watched the Gloves Off episode?" I saw one of them. The one where Pitbull Cruz was I think he was in Mexico training. I don't know how many episodes there are, Treese. I only saw one of them though. It was good work, man. Shout out to the Cruz, man. He talked about his family and what he feels like. There's gonna be a big void once Canelo leaves, and he trying to fill them shoes. And shout out to Cruz, man, for trying to take that mantle up of being the next exciting Mexican fighter. He does hail from Mexico. He's got accolades already. He's been a champ. So he's kind of looking at like he can gravitate to be the next exciting Mexican that they all look forward to, man. So shout out to him. But no, I shout out to Lamar Roach too, man. He's big in Washington now. He's the man now. Getting love out there. So shout out to Lamar Roach for doing his thing, because the PBC, I don't know how that contract with Tank was, but they probably didn't need to entertain Lamont Roach on this level, but they did. And probably for good reason, man. I think Lamont Roach is good. I think now he just got to relinquish his belt at 130 so the division down there can continue to move. He's at 140 now. And he still has a 130 belt, WBA belt. I don't know why the WBA allows things like that to happen. Like, obviously he took or asked for an exemption for the Tank fight. But then it's like, okay, how do we get into this fight? Asking for another exemption? So it's really weird, man. But I don't know. We'll have to see what happens next. And then who else we got in the card, man? We got Janibek and Lara. Unification. Finally, a great fight at 160. One we've been waiting for. We thought we were going to get Janibek and Carlos Adames for so long because of the way they've been going back and forth on Twitter. But shout out to Lara, man. I haven't really seen Lara speak on Janibek. So, this kind of came out the blue for me. But obviously, Lara's always been with it. He's a great fighter. And yeah, man, make sure y'all hit the like button when you come in and support the channel. Drop some super chats. We rocking out, man. Box Talk up north, your boy, Brian from the 6. But yeah, we talking about Lara now, Janibek. They fighting for the unification, the WBA, WBO, and IBF titles on the line. Winner is gonna walk home with 3 belts, man. And basically, probably walk into a Terrence Crawford situation to where they could be fighting on a big fight against Terrence Crawford, as he looks to aim at Janibek. So I'm guessing he's picking Janibek to beat Lara and hopefully get that fight with Janibek. But for Lara, man, Lara's a vet. He's crafty. Cuban boxing school. I feel like Lara is, he's adapted to boxing. That's why he's been able to last so long. His top half of his career, he was a mover. He was a boxer, slick boxer. Then he made at some point he made the transition from a boxer, pure boxer, to a boxer puncher. Now he's sitting down on everything. He's not really moving as much. He understands so much timing and range to where I think Lara's like, man, I don't have to do all these things now. I'm 40 years old. My body's not gonna move the way I want it to move. So he's using his mind more. He's thinking more, playing chess more, planting the seeds more early in the fight. And Lara's been getting freaking stop. He's been getting stoppages over these guys at 160. And it's crazy. Like as he's gotten up in age, his stoppages has become more and more common. Which I don't even know how. Like that's not supposed to happen, bro. Because like Lara wasn't like a guy who was stopping everybody early in his career or something like that. So this is something as of late. But I like him. I like what he's doing. Um, I like Lara taking this fight against Janibek. Shows, he's a true warrior. Lara's always been in great fights, man. He's never really ducked smoke. We never talked about that with him. He's from a different school of boxing, He even wanted to fight, Jermel and Jamal when they was training with him. He was like, yeah, I'll fight those guys if it comes to it. So, he just never, to me, Lara was never too big for anybody to fight, bro. He was mostly like a guy who's like, okay, just put him in front of me. I'm going to stop him, man. Or I'm going to beat him. Now he's saying stop him. But before it was, I'm going to beat him. Now he ran into Jarrett Hurd. That was a tough fight for him. Canelo Alvarez, obviously that's another loss that he had on his record. Split decision. And Paul Williams, man. So, I mean, you talk about guys who beat, Lara outside of Jarrett Hurd. You're talking about Hall of Fame potential company, bro. Paul Williams, great fighter too. But Lara just been on this tear, just stopping people. His last 4 fight stoppages. Yep. So Thomas Lamana stopped, Gary O'Sullivan stopped, Michael Zafara stopped, and then recently Danny Garcia stopped. So he's coming in here hot, man. You know what I'm saying? He coming in here hot. And I'm with it, bro. I love it because I think for sure Lara is gonna come in here and he's gonna use his boxing ability, bro. I don't think he's gonna come in here and try to outgun Janibek. I think he's gonna come in here and try to neutralize him. But hey, if he starts sitting down on them punches and he hurt Janibek and he stopped Janibek, oh boy, that'd be something I wouldn't have seen, bro. But I mean, Janibek ain't never really been in there with somebody of this caliber. So anything is possible at this point. This is boxing. But just think about what that does for Lara's career if he stops Janibek, bro. Trini BX said, Coach, you're laughing at me, but I'm going with Lara. Yeah, man. I mean, it's a long shot, right? When we all looking at age, stuff like that. Like, how many guys in their 40s was great, right? I'm not saying Lara is not a Hall of Famer. I think Lara will be a Hall of Famer when it's said and done, but we don't speak about him like we speak about B-Hop, Floyd, even Manny. Those guys fought. Is Manny 40? I think Manny's 40. Those guys fought in their 40s, and they were a lot more accomplished. So that's why people give them their flowers. But, Lara's been around forever, man. He's been fighting the best of the best. He deserves more respect. Mars 6 in the building. What's going on, man? He said old man strength. Yeah, bro. Darius Flowers said, Lara, get that round 1 pre-workout for real? Oh, you got that round 1 perfect. Shout out to round 1, man. Yeah, Toledo Tree said Lara gonna win. People still think he beat Canelo. Yeah, man. When I watched the fight live, I was at my buddy's house, and his dad was a big boxing fan, and yeah, his dad would like buy the pay-per-views. So I was just over there the one night, and yeah, we watched that fight, bro. It was on Showtime, and I was like, I left there, and I was a Canelo fan, bro. And I left there, I was like, I felt like Lara won that, bro. Like, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like, I feel like they gave Canelo a gift, man, when I first watched it. So, I just thought, like, right there and then is when we saw that Canelo couldn't really deal with boxers, man. I think that was his first fight against like a real boxer. Z Pacino, he said, I got Lara too. Stamp that. Okay. Wait, I'm gonna check though, because I don't know if Canelo fought. Um, did he fight Floyd before Lara? That's what I'm trying. No, he fought Floyd way after Lara. I'm tripping. Yeah, he fought Floyd after. Oh no, he fought Lara after. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, like that's when we really knew he couldn't handle boxers because Floyd, we said, okay, maybe he's too green. Floyd Mayweather is one of the best fighters on the planet Earth. Like we gave him grace for Floyd, right? He was young, but when he when he fought Lara, it was like we all saw what we saw. We're like, damn, he really can't fight with boxers, man. Canelo, he just don't know how to beat these guys. Trini BX said he might school Janibek, box early, take him to deep waters, and start sitting down on them punches. Okay. Shout out to L Dub Boxing in the building. Make sure y'all check out L Dub Boxing, man. He got a great channel. He always showing the future, man. Showing y'all what the sanctioning bodies is doing and how everything's happening. He got good inside sources, man. L Dub Boxing, man. Anytime I see him live, I definitely try to tap in. So y'all appreciate him. But yeah, for Janibek, his path to victory, I think, is his youth, obviously. He's a big dude, man. He's gonna have to use his body in this fight to push Lara around. Because Lara's not gonna be moving as much. So now Janibek can use his strengths of his length, athleticism, and pushing Lara back, man. We haven't seen Lara really on the back foot that much. He's been more heavy on the front foot. So now you got to take him off his square. So like my man Trini said, he can't sit on them punches and hurt you. Keep him at bay. And how do you do that? You gotta move just a little bit quicker than the old man. You don't have to get in range too much, but you just gotta show him different looks, man. It's gonna be hard because Lara is a vet, crafty vet. The man been around boxing forever, so he's probably seen everything. But you gotta remember, man, he is 40. Them tires, they ain't got the same tread on them like they used to. He might get in the mud late in the fight. So I think, like, if you Janibek, you gotta win some early rounds, man. You gotta win some early rounds. You gotta steal some rounds. I think you gotta figure out what Lara's trying to do early in the fight. I think Lara, he's gonna obviously try to surgically break down Janibek, because Janibek just never been in the ring with anybody like him. But if you freaking Janibek, you can't respect this guy too much, but at the same time, you gotta respect his mind, bro. You gotta understand this dude been in the ring with some of the best fighters in the sport. So you gotta give him credit. But I think for sure this gonna be one of those fights where it can go real quick. Like Janibek can come in here and blitz Lara and stop him. Or shoot, it can be a tight fight all the way to the finish, man. We'll see some moments for Janibek. We'll see some moments from Lara. And I think a lot of people expect Janibek to just stop Lara because he's been inactive. He hasn't fought since the Danny Garcia fight. Even Danny Garcia fought before Lara. It's just crazy. He hasn't fought since then. And then, Janibek has fought, I think, twice since Lara's last fight. So he's coming in hot. But we'll see, man. They still got to fight the fights, right? And I can't take away experience from a guy. Like we just saw what experience means, man. In the Devin Haney and Brian Norman Jr. fight, like we saw that. It does mean something when you've shared the ring with certain people. So Lara has the experience, but Janibek has the projection, right? So we'll see if he can get there, get to Lara, and make Lara a back foot fighter, which I think is what he needs to do. Alberto said Lara versus Janibek gonna be a snooze fest. Damn. You ain't trying to hear that, but salute to Alberto, man. You was in here last night with me too. Salute to you, champ, man. You up early, brother. Stock Chaser said 100%. You say I got 100% got Janibek. Hell yeah, bro. Janibek. He's the favorite. I'm gonna guess Janibek. He's 40. Alberto say he's 42, but he's Cuban. So add like 7 years. My man say he 50, bro. You crazy, bro. Stock Chaser said Janibek is gonna run down on Lara. Okay. Yeah, bro. Salute to the Stock Chasers big member. Get your memberships, y'all. $1 per month, man. Join the members. We in here. I just did a giveaway yesterday. We had a half boxing and a Luna Glider. They won a hat. And of course, December. I'll figure something out, man. I'm gonna see my pops this month. I'm gonna see if he got any like extra boxing gear that's obviously not open. Like stuff that he just got laying around the gym that I can buy off him and give to you. Cause he always got hand wraps. So I might do hand wraps. Stocking stuffers type of thing. Ship some hand wraps out with a little package for y'all for Christmas. But shout out to the members, man. We'll do that, end of December or maybe closer to Christmas. I don't know, maybe probably end of December because I don't want to ship it out around Christmas because probably get lost then. Mail's crazy around Christmas. But yeah, he gonna run into that old man strength. Z Pacino said. Hey man, we'll see, bro. If Lara can stop Janibek, holy man, that flipped the table for me. I'd be like, damn, maybe Lara should have been at 160 his whole career if you're gonna stop Janibek, because I make like his 5th stoppage off a layoff against a young guy who's a unified champ. Sorry. You got CEO Blessed in the building. He said, who you got, Ryan, Shakur, or Tio? Ooh. Yeah, I haven't even made my picks yet, to be honest. I want to wait. Because, I don't want to jump the apple carton, y'all. I don't want to jump too much and say one guy and then the fight fall out. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm thinking, bro, because, Tio be moving janky, man. I can't. And shout out to Teofimo Lopez. I hope he is taking this fight serious. And I hope he is doing everything he's doing in camp to make sure that he can come out here and beat Shakur Stevenson. But, man, sometimes he just be moving weird, man. So I don't really trust the guy. So we'll see if we get there, right? We got to get there. But I do like the fight. I will say that for sure. I love that fight. Teofimo Lopez and Shakur. My man Mars said Haney, Norman, all over again. Oh, there's Janibek and Lara. Okay, so I guess you Lara then. Do you think Lara gonna come in here and you know what I'm saying? Do his thing, man. Shout out to Half Boxing, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Good morning, dog. Good morning. Yo, Half Boxing. I don't know if I told you, man. You won the hat in the raffle yesterday. So I'm gonna get that out to you. Cause I think I already got your address. Let's change. I think you won the last thing. Was it the glove? I think you won it. If not, let me know, man. I'm gonna try to reach out to y'all. I think Luna Glider, if you in here, Luna Glider, you won, and Half Boxing won. So you each won a hat. The hat like I'm wearing right now. Send that out to y'all. And hopefully get that up soon, bro. Shout out to y'all, man. I won that on the wheel yesterday. If you go earlier on the stream, I try to get it in because I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I got it, bro. So I try to get it in because I'm like, I don't want to, forget about it. And then, now I'm deep in the waters with sending it to the mail. It's almost Christmas time. People are going to start sending everything else soon. So I'm sure I'm going to get that out before hopefully the rest of the crowd gets their stuff out. It's almost that time of the year, man. But yeah, we got up in here, man. CRM RC, what's up, man? On Instagram, said shout out. What's going on, man? Hey, my man Hector Bermudez supporting the channel, man. Yeah, man. Drop that $2 super chat, man. We got a little goal going on. $2 super chat, yo. Trying to get 10 of these. Hector Bermudez dropped the $2 on me. He said, bro, motherfucker, y'all can't do one. Super chat, $2. Come on, man. Yeah, man. Salute the coach, man. Supporting the channel. Showing love, man. I love Coach Bermudez, man. Coming up in here. He dropped that chip on the dip.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Yeah. Mar said, nah, I got Janibek. But if Lara wins, it's like seeing Haney Norman again. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Pretty much that's what it would have to be, experience, right? But I think Janibek gonna win this fight, just off strength of youth, just being quicker, man, and being more sharper. I think he'll in the early fight he'll face a little adversity. I think Lara will give him some new looks he hasn't seen yet. I think Lara will make it a little bit difficult. Obviously, he's not gonna make it easy on Janibek. But for Janibek, this opportunity for him to really get a marquee name. Like he ain't really fought nobody, right? Like we don't even know who he unified with. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, man. We'll see what Janibek does. It's gonna be one of those ones, bro. This guy's a kid, bro. Shout out to Darius Flowers, man. He said, man, I'm broke, but will always support hard work, man. I salute you, Darius, man. $2 super chat, man. Anything helps the channel. And nah, bro. It's just a grind, bro. We all out here grinding, bro. That's all it's about, bro. Grinding, shining. All that shit gonna come after with it. My man Vega in the building. What's going on, Vega? Let me get my man's chips with the dip.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Yeah, bring them dips. Because we all know Darius Flower, the person bringing the dips to the barbecue, man. We love that person. We love that person, man. We love that auntie. Yo, it's my grandma. My grandma be making the crazy dip, man. I'd be like, damn, where'd you make this, grandma? Dude, but shout out to everybody tuning in. My one of my cousins, she make a crazy dip too. Yeah. Shout out to the family, man. He said just keep yo, Vega crazy, man. Nah, man. Yo, Vega, drop them $2, bro. You gotta support the channel, man. We got a little goal going on. 10 super chats. We got 2. So we need 8 more, man, before the stream is done. Shout out to Coach Bermudez and Darius Flowers, man. They doing their thing over there. But yeah, Lara, Janibek, unification, big fight. Probably the biggest fight in 160 in a long time, 160 has been a weird division. It's been weak for years. It's been like a dead zone. It seems like everybody who went to 160, they went there for like one fight or 2 fights. They skipped over it basically and went to 168. Obviously, Canelo was there, so chasing Canelo fights. But yeah, 160 just been terrible the last couple years, man. I mean, I can't remember a guy where I'm like, yeah, they supposed to be the guy at 160. I mean, they say Janibek is supposed to be that guy, but I think Carlos Adames also had he also has his own right to say he's the guy. He's been the champ there too. Jamal Charlo was there for a bit, before his situation with alcohol. But he was there for a bit doing his thing. I thought Jamal would have held that down, that division, but he didn't. He's moved up to 68. So I don't know, man. 160's been weird. It hasn't been like the other divisions where it's had like even top heavy. It hasn't been. So it's just been a dead division from the start, man. But hey, shout out to Janibek and Lara for moving it. And then Shocky Foster, man, cool boy Fulton. The pushback, the cancellations are over. They finally fighting. They're supposed to fight on the Tank Roach undercard rematch in August. Then they were supposed to fight on the Fedora versus Thurman in I think October. And it's been pushed back to now. They pushed that back to the Roach and Cruz undercard, man. It's got to be frustrating, bro. I don't know how you can reschedule a fight 3 times and be okay with it. So obviously it was frustrating for Shocky Foster because Cool Boy said he tried to leave the table. And yeah, man, he gonna try to lead the table because it's like, bro, y'all can't be playing with money. Like these guys they don't have a crazy like they don't have guaranteed money, man. This ain't the NBA. This ain't football. This ain't baseball. No, there's no guaranteed money. So they gotta really come out here and make sure that they you know what I'm saying? That they fight, feed their families, bro. So I think for sure it's gonna be one of those type of fights where we're gonna see a lot of technical boxing. You know, this may not be the fan crazy fight. Shocky Foster to me doesn't punch enough. I think he should punch more, but Shocky Foster is a great, great counter puncher. I'll say that again. He's a great counter puncher. Stephen Fulton, he's a boxer more so. I say a pure boxer. I don't think he's a puncher. You know, a boxer puncher. He's more a pure boxer. Both these guys are more pure boxers. So you add that up, you get two pure boxers in the ring. You know, it's not gonna be jumping off the page, man. They're not gonna be scrapping, but they got a little bit of animosity, man. And cool boy Fulton's moving up. This can be what, a third division for him, 3 division champ if he wins. You know, shout out to Anyway. Because, you know, cool boy could win this fight. That gonna be Anyway's best win, man, by far. So we'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see what's gonna happen. What's going on in the chat here? Steve Pacino said Ammo got next for the IBF winner. Oh, okay, that must be for Janibek and Lara. I mean, Vega said I'm at work. Salute to Vega, you getting it in, bro. I mean, Hector Bermudez said Yoani Hernandez gotta be next after the storm calm. Nah, for real, bro. The man gotta get his shot, bro. Gotta get his shot. He said Yo-Yo should be fighting the WBC. Yeah, he should be doing an eliminator at least, right? Because isn't there somebody there in front of him? He's number 2 in the WBC, so they should be doing an eliminator for Yoani Hernandez, man. Yo-Yo. Hector said, we definitely ain't taking any side money. They gonna have to fight, yo, for real, bro. Because if you take that side money, it may not be another like year until you get a real fight. So go ahead and get that fight when you can get it. Said Ramos versus Mosley for the interim WBC is so disrespectful. Oh shoot. Yeah, I just took that in, bro. How'd they slender that in? Because let me take a look at the rankings. Where's Shane Mosley on there? And like, you know, this is like Ramos's first fight at 54. So it's like, why is he even in the WBC rankings at 60, man? And why is he so high enough to like he's ranked higher than Shane Mosley in the WBC rankings? That's crazy. They 5-6. This is where boxing's backwards, yo. They got the 5-6 guy fighting for the interim. So what's the point of the interim? That's what I always say, man. It's why I don't respect regular belts and interims, because the sanctioning bodies, they don't even value them. Like how you got the guy number 5 and number 6 fighting for the interim saying that that'll be your second champ and not having 1 and 2 fight. It should always be 1 and 2. That's why I hate the elevation thing too. Like, why elevate a guy? Go ahead and go and basically let the 1 and 2 fight for the belts. These dudes always being disrespectful for real, man. That's crazy. You'll have a rep at the WBC convention. I know, man. That's what you got to do. You got to go to the conventions. Hopefully, you got somebody out there right now because it's going on right now. You got somebody out there right now. Hector Bermudez at the WBC convention. Yo, because it's going on right now in Thailand. I think that's where it's going on. Yeah, you got to have somebody there because it's ridiculous because they're not gonna place you where you're supposed to go. They're gonna put the other guys who show up and spend a little bit of money. They're gonna put them in different spots. It's crazy, man. Boxing's wild. You don't have to go out and beat the people. You got to show up to the convention and say, "Oh, put your hand up too," and say, "Yo, I think we deserve number 3 spot." You know, I mean, we had a decent year, right? We didn't really fight any top contenders, but I think we should deserve the 3 spot. And if nobody says no, then they just throw you in the 3 spot. It's like nuts, bro. Like you don't have to fight. Like it's wild to me, bro. Like the ranking system. The ranking system is stupid. The IBO got the best ranking system because it's a computerized system. So when your wins go into the computer, it has an algorithm which it generates, right? Like this boxing shit, this convention shit is ridiculous. You telling me I gotta take a flight to Thailand to get a ranking, bro? Think about all the guys out there. We got the talented boxers who don't have the backing of some of these big promoters and big managers that can't make that flight to Thailand, bro. That can't say that we deserve our shot, and they just got somebody else like Connor Ben and freaking other dudes, man, who don't deserve slots, getting Brian Garcia and these other clowns, man, getting shots just because they got people who can stand up there and say, yeah, we deserve a spot. Man, if y'all don't get out of here, this is wild. Shout out to Half Boxing, man, dropping that $2 super chat. He said, before you dip to TBV, $2, man. Hey, salute, man. I appreciate you, man, for showing love, dropping them chips, brother.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Yeah, bring them dips, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Showing love in the chat. Hector said Shane is 6 and Ramos is 5. Yeah, man. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it, bro. How that even happens. Let's go, people. Let's hit this motherfucking goal. Yeah, we got 3 super chats. We need 7 more. 7 $2 super chats to hit the goal, yo. Goal's 10. Doesn't Yo have a WBA belt? I don't know. Maybe he's got an intern. I don't know. I didn't see him in the WBA rankings, but I didn't really look in the WBA rankings. Let me take a look right quick. Yeah, he's number 1. Maybe he's got the regular belt then. But like he already spoke, like, you know, he don't want to fight Lara. Like, he got mad respect for Lara. So I don't know, man. We'll see. My man Hector said, indeed, someone from Dream Management is out there. Okay, nice. They out there making sure Yo don't get passed over, man. Toledo Tracy said they're more visible than your guy. Oh no. Using that Albert Bell talk, eh? That's what they say, eh, Trees? What's your guy, man? Connor Ben just skipped everybody at 147. Yeah, Vega, that's crazy. Like, and I don't understand what the hype is about. Connor Ben? I don't get it, bro. Connor Ben be on a hype train, man. Toledo Tree said, I hope Albert Bell at the WBC convention. Nah, that's facts, bro. Or at least have somebody there, Trace. If he can't get there, at least hopefully he got his manager out there. And somebody, you gotta have somebody on your behalf out there, which is nuts, man. It's nuts that you gotta, like, that's how these ranking systems go, man. And basically I told my dad that, like, they gotta start going to the conventions, bro, because they're not gonna get any respect until they get into some of those conversations with those guys live, you know. IBF rankings suck. I think the IBF is confusing because I think they always leave. What do they leave open? The 2 spot. They always leave the 2 spot open. Let me take a look. I think it's the 2 spot or the 1 spot. But there's always one open. What was it? 1 and 2. It's always the 2 slot. I think it is. They leave open, vacant in the IBF. But if you look in some of the divisions, it's the 1 and the 2. And I think the 1 is usually the ones they mandated. So usually they leave probably the 1 and 2 open. That's crazy work, bro. Frank Sanchez and Richard Torres both to fight for number 1 spot in the IBF. But yeah, the IBF definitely they got the rankings so that will actually make the fight for you. I think that's the difference between them and the BC. He won a regional versus Kyron Davis. Oh, okay. That was his last fight. Well, not wasn't his last fight, his fight before his last fight. Hector Bermudez said he might respect Yeah, for Lara, but he has a team that makes those decisions for him. Nah, that's facts, bro. Talked about this last night. Like, if that fight comes across your table, you just gotta probably take it at this point because it's like a now or never thing. You know, Lara's still a great name. He's a respectable name, champion. You know, that would do wonders for his career to beat a guy like Lara. Yeah, man. Man, Darius Flowers said Connor Ben heard Eddie hype him up and he took it. That's true. Nah, you right, bro. He do be listening to Eddie too much, bro. He do, man. Trust if he had the opportunity to fight Lara, he getting in that ring. Nah, I believe it, man. I believe it. I think he just saying that, coach, because where he from, Cuba and stuff like that. But I feel like if that contract come across the table, he'd sign it. You have to fight eliminators, first top two spots. Yeah. Yeah, you fight the IBF eliminator, and then they get you one, man. They get you in there. You got Cash App. Nah, Trees, we ain't got Cash App in Canada, bro. It's crazy. We ain't got Cash App, bro. But yeah, you can drop it on either the YouTube or let me see if I can pull this one. I got to buy me a coffee, man. I might have to put that up on but shoot, I can only put that as the QR code, I think. And I'm not sure if they take percentages off that. I don't think so. Yeah, we ain't got the Cash App, bro. I wish we had the Cash App. But like Canada just so they want they want a piece of everything up here. We probably like one of the most taxed places in the world. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody said that. Like we tax for everything. But I get it though, like we got healthcare and shit. And a lot of our shit's paid, but nah, bro. My checks, I be seeing sometimes $2,000 coming off that thing just in taxes, bro. It's freaking nuts. I be sitting there like, damn, bro, you know what I could do with that? Like, like I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Some of the tax money I see coming off my checks, I'm like, bro, my mortgage would be looking a lot better if I had that money. But hey, what can you do, man? Some places is worse than me too. They getting taxed worse. But hey, I just gotta show it is what it is. But yeah, Trees, I put that little link. I put that link in the chat there to buy me a coffee, Trees. My man said Ryan Zell going international. So ask your bank about it. Oh, okay. They going international? All right. I'll check on the Zell, bro, for sure. Cause I think Zell's just like Cash App, right? Yeah, man. Zell's just like Cash App. But yeah, we'll see if Zell can. All right. Yeah, you right, bro. Looks like they trying to do the international thing. Just off here. So I might have to set up the Zell account, man. That might be the wave then. Shout out to Darius Flowers to put me on that. Vegas said just want to see Yo-Yo get an opportunity, man. Seen him beating up a kitchen worker last month. Oh man. Toledo Tree said if Janibek lose, he's going up to fight Edgar Berlanga. Damn, bro. Y'all see what Jamal Charlo said about Berlanga? That shit was funny. You like, man, I ain't gonna fight what's that guy's name? Berlanga? Nobody know that guy. I mean, Hector Bermudez said Canada trash. They don't let felons in. Yeah, man. Talk to him because, I'm pretty sure Trump tried to say, like, our border was weak and, we just be letting anybody in. So shout out to you, coach. Because that's a fact, bro. You get the Canadian border, they're going to be rough on you if you got a little bit of record, bro. Even if you stole a little candy bar when you was a kid, bro. If they see that shit, they gonna question you about that. Hey, why'd you steal that when you was a kid? They be wild, man. They be wild. They be wilding, man. I know a lot of my friends who like I got a lot of American friends because I played school. Like I went to school basketball down there. college, and like I invite them up, especially summertime, to go and enjoy the city, go see all the spots, take them around town. But yeah, some of them couldn't come over because they had like little charges from like when they was in high school and shit like that, like little minor charges. And I'd be like, damn, bro, like the border just crazy. But a lot of that happened during 9/11, bro. Like it changed. Like I feel like after 9/11, they were really strict on just everything, both ways too. Like going into the US got a little stricter and then coming this way. But shout out to the US, man. I usually go like early in the morning, bro. They always give me no problems. I've never been turned away. I haven't even had my car been, you know, knock on wood, been gone through. So shout out to America, man. And it said Cash App charges a fee. Oh, for real? Okay. I thought Cash App. Okay, maybe their fee's not as bad as PayPal because I know PayPal they got a fee too. But yeah, man. Darius Fire said Drake got Gucci in Canada, so Ryan can get you in, coach. Nah, that's facts, bro. He got Gucci in Canada. That was dope, man, for the playoff game. I think it was against the Bucks. Yeah, man. And I think he got Lil Wayne in Canada too for concert, man. Got Lil Wayne, and I think Lil Wayne still had the gun charges, so he was kind of held up a bit, but he made it work. Shout out to Toledo Trees dropping the $5 super chat, man. He said look into the Zelle. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that Zelle, man, for real. Definitely gonna look into that Zelle. Shout out to Trees, man, showing love to the channel, love to the chat, and that chips for the dip, bro.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Yeah, does up. Oh, yo, open tie, yo, Birdman in the building. Come on. Yeah, bro. I just saw that this morning, y'all. I did not know Jay Apatow was fighting this coming weekend. I did not know that. I just saw that this weekend. I think he's fighting against his IBF mandatory. Finally, just get that shit out the way, man. Because Zerto's fighting early next year. Then he's gonna fight Benavidez. Excuse me. And then it's like, okay, you got Zerto not gonna fight, so we're not gonna get a unification. Maybe Benavidez is gonna fight him if he beats Zerto. Maybe I haven't heard Benavidez really talk about fighting Jay Apatow. And I kind of feel like, unless Benavidez is trying to be the face of American or Mexican boxing, maybe that's why he's fighting Zerto. I kind of feel like maybe running to Jay Apatow would have been the better smoke, right? Than Zerto, because I think people dub him as the number one cruiserweight. But nonetheless, Benavidez can be a unified champion in my eyes for the first time in his career, because I don't really count the WBA regular belt. I just don't, yo. I'm not that guy. I hate the WBA regular belt. I don't understand it. The WBA has hurt belts by just adding stupid belts. So I think Benavidez that make him a unified champ at cruiserweight. That make him 3-division champion. Shout out to him. But like the Jay Apatow fight is obviously that's the one we'd want to see. So shout out to Jay. He's got to get a win though. He got to stop this dude. I don't know who he's fighting, man. I think it's his IBF mandatory that's been pushed back for a while. But we'll see, man. Trinity BX said I used to go to Montreal a lot, a couple of times. A few friends wasn't allowed in. Yeah, Montreal's fire, man. Montreal's definitely a good spot to go when you you know what I'm saying, in your prime years, bro. Montreal's a fun spot. It's definitely a nice little spot. Good party city for sure. He said, "Oh, I keep choosing your phone live, man. I wasn't seeing the other chats." Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is the two lives, man. We run them on the phone and then the landscape. It's the same here. Yeah. More money if their fight is for unification. No, that's true. That's true, bro. And I think like that's where David Benavidez is looking at it. But hopefully he fights. But like we don't know what David's gonna do, bro. Cause like say he beats Zerto. And then what if you want to fight Bivol? Go back and fight Bivol. Like what if Bivol beat Better BF? or better be at beat Biv. Whoever wins, bro. I don't really care who wins. I like both guys. What if that winner wants to face Benavidez to go undisputed? You know, get the WBC belt. I think IBF got stripped from Bivol though, so it'd have to be another fight. Somebody have to get the IBF. But yeah, I think you know, I think for sure my man Benavidez might spin the block, and then it's like, okay, where you leave Jay Apataya now? He been chasing the unification. You going back to 75 and not fighting him. You just holding up the belt, and then let's say if Benavidez stay at cruiserweight, now he's holding up 75 with the WBC belt. So it's like, man, I get why you fighting Zerto, but I don't know, like, where you campaigning that Benavidez, because you might end up staying in a spot where you holding up another division, bro. And you know, we got guys coming up the pipeline in the WBC. We got the Najee Lopez's, we got Ben Whitaker, we got these other guys who are coming up 75 right now, who are gonna deserve their shot soon. So I mean, if Benavidez is gonna fight them, cool. But then it's like, okay, what's going on at cruiserweight? You're gonna hold up, you know, Jay Apataya of becoming undisputed, hold him up another year. So I think for sure it's kind of like, man, it's just wild, bro. Got my man Z Pacino dropped a $2 super chat, bro. Salute, man. He said, thanks for playing your part in the boxing community, man. I appreciate that, dog. That's all I'm here for, man. We got halfway through the goal, man. Salute to Z Pacino. Dropping them chips with the dip, bro.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Yeah, man. Bring them dips. Yo, coach is crazy. Montreal live, man. Yeah, they just want to have fun up there, coach. Salute to Coach Eddie in the building. Throw it out, Coach Eddie. My man, Alberto, man. Shout out to Alberto. Rocking out with me. So yeah, man. The last fight that I'm gonna speak on, you know, Cool Boy Fulton obviously in Foster. That's gonna be that can go either way, man. That can be Oshaki Foster just countering Cool Boy all night, and Cool Boy Fulton doesn't belong up that high in weight just yet, because Fulton kind of like, he blew past 30 pretty quick. You know, 126 pretty quick. You know, he won the belt there and just pretty much left. So at 122, he got starched by anyway, and then he goes up to 26. Gets one fight against Castro, beats him, and then he beats Brandon Figueroa in the rematch for the WBC vacant. And then yeah, he goes on up after the 30. He said, fuck it, I'm going up. So I'm like, all right, that's what's up, man. Shout out to Darius Flowers, man. That $2 again, man. He said, taking this $2 out my rent. Hey, I appreciate the support, brother. I appreciate the love, man.
I want my chips with the dip. That's all I know. I don't want my chips plain. I want my chips with the dip. So bring them dips.
Hey, salute to Darius Flowers, man. Rocking out with me, you know what I'm saying? A right-hand dog, man. Yeah, that's Darius Flowers over there loading up the clippy. Yeah, man, I appreciate that. But yeah, man, I think for sure the Oshaki Foster fight and the Fulton fight can go either way. I'm edging Fulton to win. I like Cool Boy Fulton's comeback trail after the Anyway loss. Man, I love when fighters can get back, get up, and do what he's doing, bro. He's basically having another half of his career. You know, winning the title at 26, now going to try to win it at 30, back-to-back titles. You know, I don't know if he'll campaign at 30. I think he should. You know, Ray Ford's there, Anthony Kakasi's there, you know, Sugar Nunez, Navarrete. I think he can beat most of those guys. So if he can campaign at 30, win a few belts, get some good wins, possibly go up to 35 where there's a lot of young talent in 35. The top guys at 35, Abdullah Mason, Shakur Stevenson's still kind of there. Raymond Morlataya, Andy Cruz, Floyd Schofield, Cool Boy Fulton, should he fill out, he can see some of those guys, man. He can see some of those guys for real. But we'll see. We'll see how this fight plays out first. You gotta have a successful fight in order for me to say that. But salute to my brother. December 19th, he's fighting in Brampton, our hometown, at the Queen's Manor Event Center, 2 Auction Lane, Brampton, Ontario. 13-0, 10 KOs. He's going for his 14th win. December 19th, man. I'm gonna get y'all the link though before the fight date comes up, like fight day, probably fight week. I'll get y'all the link, but I think they're gonna show it on YouTube. So we'll be on YouTube, man. I'll be covering the fight. I'll be doing the commentary. I'll be side by side with professional boxer Melinda Watpool, who her last fight was against Shadeja Green on that Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson undercard, where she had a good performance, man. Just fell short. But yeah, she hopefully MVP calls her back, gets her back in the ring, and she moves up in weight for that fight too. So I'll see. We'll break it down with her. We'll talk with her, see what she got planned, what she thinking, going back to 160 or staying at 68. But salute to my guy Remo in the building, bro. Yes, sir. Salute, my brother. Let's talk fashion TV. Make sure you check him out, man. He got a great channel. My man Remo, he always breaking down that fashion, that boxing, the hoop life, the culture, man. It's a culture channel. You into that stuff, go over here, check him out. Let's talk fashion TV, man. But yeah, the last fight I want to speak on, winner, man, between Shane Mosley Jr. and Jesus Ramos. Jesus Ramos has always looked like a weight bully at 154. So I'm curious to see how he's gonna fill out at 160. I think, like, man, I didn't even know this was for the interim belt. So this kind of fight kind of leaves a stain in my mouth, because I'm like, bro, these dudes should not be fighting for the WBC interim. Ramos, if Ramos was a champion at 154, then I'd be like, okay, maybe he could fight for the interim because he was the champ moving up. But he ain't even won the belt at 154, WBC belt. So how are we giving this guy a bigger ranking than a lot of the guys who campaign in the division? This is where, to me, boxing gets it wrong, bro. This is where you see them biases that you just can't turn your head from. Like, man, you got other dudes here like Emma Williams, who's been fighting at 160 his whole career. Troy Osley, he ain't been in the ring lately, but he's been at 160 his whole career. And you just got Ramos coming in here jumping both these guys. Like, I don't know, man. There's a lot of other dudes here too. And I don't know if they're career 160 pounders. That's why I'm not speaking on them. But the two that I know he jumped, Troy Osley and Emma Williams, their whole career has been at 160. Now, Emma Williams had the one loss there against Hamza Shiraz. But Troy Osley ain't lost a fight, so why is he ranked lower? So I don't know, man. The WBC just got favorites when it comes to certain things. And WBC, they've been doing a lot of this lately, man. A lot of just weird stuff. It probably stems from me back to when they didn't get Benavidez his shot against Canelo. And, shout out to Triple G, because he didn't act like Benavidez. He moved Canelo off the square, bro. He made Canelo vacate. I wish David would have did that. But anyways, that's a whole nother story for another day, another pod. We're here now, 160 division. My man Hector Bermudez, his guy's number one in the WBC. Yo Hernandez, he's number one. I feel like when you number one, bro, you should just be like, what I'm saying? Or not number one, he's number two, sorry. But there is a number one guy. So I feel like when you have a 1 and a 2, this dude from Kazakhstan, I think he's from Miram, 20-0. And yo, it's 9-0. they should be fighting for the interim. There's a 1 and a 2. There's literally a 1 and a 2. You got your 2 top guys. They should be fighting for the interim. But man, this is boxing's backwards. This is how we do weird stuff. And look, now we got what we got, bro. We got literally, we literally got, bro, the 5 and the 6 fighting for, like my man Hector said. Not even the 3 and the 4, the 5 and the 6. So it's like, what can the WBC say to me as somebody who watches boxing, be like, yo, this is why they fight? Like, how do you justify that? You know? I don't know, man. I don't know how you justify it. Like, I just don't get it, bro. I think it's goofy, man. But hey, I think it's crazy too, bro. I think it's crazy. We'll have to see what goes on, man. Oh, the link. Shout out to my man Chad, man. Yeah, I'll drop the link, bro. I'll let y'all come in here now because I'm done with my spiel. I just talked about Shane Mosley. Shane Mosley Jr. versus Ramos. It's disgusting, bro. It's a boxing politics at the highest level. That should just be a regular fight. Shouldn't be for no title. But it's for a WBC interim title, which might set that person up to fight against Carlos Adames because, you know, he's the PBC guy. So they got him in there. So we'll see what happens, man. See what happens. What's going on, Chad?
Hey, do you hear me okay, Ryan?
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you.
I'm just at work, and I was happy to see you were live, so I just thought I'd jump in. I didn't listen to too much you had already said, but I think you're talking about Tio and Shakur undoubtedly, and then this weekend's fights too.
Yeah, well, yeah, we talked about Tio Shakur last night, but yeah, I'm talking about Pitbull Cruz and Lamar Roach. Yep, that whole card.
Sorry, I gotta turn my camera off, Ryan. Hang on.
All good, man.
Yeah. So first, I'll say I haven't gone on the record about this weekend at all, without too much, analysis, I guess. The fight I'm really I can't make a firm decision on Cruz and Roach. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I could see, and I guess that's why it's an interesting fight. There's questions there. I'm definitely, especially with I feel like the tank situation with Roach kind of left Roach's career, not maybe career, but I think people wanted to see more from Roach, like we all wanted to see, like, was this like some weird hiccup? Was this based on Tank's actions, or did Roach really, bring something to defy Tank that day? I think it's a bit of both, to be honest with you. And when it comes to Cruz, that relentless pressure, always coming forward, always in front of you, is going to diminish a lot of the advantages that Roach has in terms of his reach, his height. It's tough, man. Like Nick Ball uses the same kind of approach, like the fact
Yeah,
that
he
you,
does. Mm-hmm.
yeah, like it's a system is really what they work. It's a system. And it's pretty effective, and it doesn't have to be complicated. And it's funny, Ryan, like you would know this better than most. Like when you are in amateur, when you're just starting out as a boxer and you don't have 10 fights yet, you're still like a rook.
Yeah.
You have to learn to defeat that type of fighter, the Cruz type of fighter, the guy that just comes forward and throws really good 1-2s.
Mm-hmm.
It's so basic and it seems so, but the reality is there's ways to deal with it, and that's like the first step every fighter has to take, beating that guy.
Yeah.
And on the flip side of that, Ryan, I've seen clubs that basically put emphasis on super cardio, like having your gas tank like untouchable. And then combine that with, again, coming forward with good 1-2s. And it's a problem for most people on most nights. Something so seemingly basic. That's the type of stuff guys start saying, oh, basic, one dimensional, low level. But the truth is it works. It's effective. Sorry, that was a lot.
Nah,
So
you
my
good.
point is I'll mostly just be waiting to watch that one and see how it plays out. I'm giving the edge to Cruz, mostly because he's already established at that size with the power. He's been working with guys, longer at that size. And I just think when you combine everything together, the edge goes there. I could also see a draw for some reason. I don't know. But and then aside from that, I think I do think Mosley, I'm giving an edge to Mosley. And that's definitely, I've got biases where I don't love Ramos. I don't love him.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes. I just don't think Ramos's boxing is that great. If we really bring it, like, you want me to get right down to it, like his boxing, his technique, what he does, just
Yeah.
I don't love it. I don't love. What do you like? What's your take on, like, for example, Ryan? Do you think that against Lubin that was the correct decision that night? Like, how did you see Lubin versus Ramos?
Uh I thought Ramos sealed it, but I wasn't mad because he took his foot off the gas, man. Way too much, like way too early. And it's not like he had Lubin hurt in the fight. Yeah, so I felt like, you know what? He probably did outwork Lubin probably did outwork him enough down the line to win enough rounds. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I had that.
it wasn't a good performance though. It wasn't good.
I had that one very close, but I thought, even though it was close, it was clearly Lubin that night. I thought Lubin won, and again, there's just things about Ramos boxing that I don't love personally. But look, um, he's moving up, blah, blah, blah. I think Mosley's got the edge on that one.
Right.
Other than that, sorry, just quickly, what was the other two major? Oh, so of course we got Fulton and Shock, which is
Yeah.
really cool. I'm taking Shock on that one. And then the other one, I got Janibek. Here's what I want to say. There's a lot of people that are living in a fantasy land when it comes to Lara, okay? Erislandy Lara, overall, great fighter, good career. He's shown us lots. But this is, like, not new. Like, what I'm trying to say is everyone I hear calling and giving opinions on Lara is like from 6 years ago or something. Like, the truth is this: it's not even his age that's an issue. It's just the fact that since he's acquired the belt, and it's a combination of things. But I would say that Canelo leaving the division to 68 saw this huge change in boxing in terms of everyone is now looking at 68, and 60 turned into like a cemetery.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
so that's part of the problem here. We can't, but the reality has been Lara has not been challenged since he's had that belt. Like, in my mind, the fighters that he's taken, the fights he's taken have been very minimal. He's not been challenged the way that Janibek's going to challenge him. Like, some people try and say the Danny Garcia fight. No, it's like Lara's been able to basically hide with that belt. Is really what it comes down to. People don't like hearing that. I don't care. He's a good fighter. He'll have a good legacy going forward. But since he's taken that belt at middleweight, he hasn't done shit with it. And I think people are overreaching when they're talking about him. He needs to get in there and show us where things are really at right now. And I don't think it's going to be that good. I think Janibek's got more than enough to deal with Lara. And I could see a stoppage, to be honest with you. I think people are because Lara, he's got enough skill and experience, I think, to make a problem for Janibek and last to the final bell. But I just don't see it. Like people, there's some of the things that people are saying. The way people are talking about Lara is too optimistic. Too optimistic. So and then just quickly to Teal and Shakur, Ryan,
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
really excited about it, and I'm like I'm still processing and thinking about it. But I'm not gonna lie, like my gut reaction's like everyone's. Shakur for the edge for sure, right?
Yeah.
But the more I think about it, the more I look at it, I guess it's just about seeing opportunities and spots that Tio can benefit and shine. Now, what he's able to do with that, in a lot of ways, we haven't seen Shakur challenged to like we've never seen Shakur hurt in there where there's like a question of can someone finish him off, or we've not seen him that there's like a certain level of heat that he's not had to deal with, and that's because he's so excellent in there at controlling the ring and implementing his fight. Like that's really what it comes down to. I think who's the fighter that can disrupt that focus, that can or tire him, like late in the fight. I think Tio could do it. I do. And even if he can't win, I think he can do enough in there to trouble Shakur and give us a really good looking fight. That's what I'm expecting. I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, it's going to be boring. It could be boring." Well, yeah, I mean that can happen with any fight and Shakur's style. But this is the thing. I think that with everything Tio has learned fighting southpaws, fighting guys with great, excellent feet, I think he'll know what he needs to do to find Shakur, trap him, and put some real heavy shit on him. Um,
Yeah.
that's what
You're not.
that's what I expect, Ryan. And then
Yeah.
and then there's this big unknown factor that only the fight can answer. Like, what does Shakur do in that situation? How does it all play out? I think that Shakur losing control in the ring is the solution to getting a fight that's exciting and will end in a way that maybe we don't expect.
Nah, I believe that, man. You got to throw Shakur off. You got to put him in places he's never been before, but that's easier said than done. We've never seen Shakur in like big adversity fights or anything like that yet. Shoot, he's a huge favorite actually to open up the books. I think he's like a minus 300 or something like that. But
For
Teofimo
Shakur,
Lopez, sorry, yeah.
hey Ryan, have you got me? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah. Yeah, I got you.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
sorry. Um, yeah, like that's the thing. He always is such a heavy favorite, and like minus 400, 300. That's like that's probably about as close to 50-50 as you're gonna get with Shakur. Um,
That's true.
saw,
That's true.
I heard what they have To at plus 250. I mean,
Yeah.
man, for just money line, that's pretty damn good. I'm thinking like to me, I start getting interested at about 300, 350. Um, and I would say at plus 250, that's a bet a lot of people are going to take.
Hmm.
Um, and then hopefully off, you'll try and cut. You're a good gambler. You're making your bets correctly to cover this and that. But I think that's a good straight up money line right there. Why not give it a shot? Um,
Yeah.
what do you
Yep.
what are you thinking though, Ryan? Like, do you feel like a certain way right now about who would win, Tio and Shakur, or are you feeling it's the type of thing that you need to give more thought to? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, just hearing people calling in and all the interesting things people have to say. Like I'm in thinking mode big time here, and I feel like I'm learning as people. Some people come in with stupid opinions, or when I say that, I just mean they're not useful. Like I want useful. It doesn't mean I got to agree, but
Hmm.
I want the opinion to have some useful takes, that I can consider, right? And I feel like a lot of people are calling with some great stuff. So I'm still thinking about it. But do you feel like Shakur's got this locked up or what?
No, man. Nah, he ain't got it locked up, but it's definitely gonna answer a lot of questions, in my opinion. I think this will be his biggest, obviously his signature fight. It's got to be the one, and I think Teofimo Lopez for him, it's pretty much do or die for him as well. Because I mean, if he beats Shakur Stevenson, then he's got a whole different type of way we talk about him, you know. And it might some people are gonna say, well, maybe Shakur wasn't it, but then I'm gonna look at it like, bro, you throw Tio in every big fight, you have to put him in as probably the guy to win because he's won all his big fights. We can't ignore that. Yeah, he has those fights where Steve Claggett, Sandor Martin, but that shit don't matter when you win in the big one, man. It's like you can have a bad regular season, but we get to the playoffs, we know who we're relying on, the guy, and Teofimo Lopez has been that guy so far. He's delivered when it's mattered the most. So we'll see. We'll see how he moves. We'll see how I think for Teofimo Lopez, he got to be better in this fight than he was in the Ortiz fight, Jermaine Ortiz. He can't let Shakur control the ring. He got to push Shakur into corners, trap him. He got to force Shakur to fight like how Shakur fought in Zepeda fight for him to have a chance to win. And if he just let Shakur run around the outside of that ring, he's gonna get outboxed. You can punch on Shakur all you want, bro, but he's a defensive mastermind. So I think you got to push him in the corners where he hasn't been, and you don't got to land headshots. Just punch anywhere. The arms, the elbows, it all will add up as the fight goes on. But I think you got to slow Shakur down early in the fight. Don't let him get on that bike. Make him know, hey, we in a fight tonight. We not boxing. That's what Tio got to do. But it takes work.
That was a great take, bro. I hope everyone was listening, and I think that you should make a reel out of that. What you just dropped there, that was really great, Ryan. I agree with you. And again, it's like opinions like that is what I'm listening to right now and trying to put together like a full picture. I think you're totally right. I want to say that opponents like Jermaine Ortiz and Sandor Martin, they've been downplayed by fans one way or another. But these are all, like, if you look at his resume, his strength throughout, like, there's not a lot of tune-up type of fights. Like, I don't care what anyone says. I think Jermaine Ortiz, quality. Sandor Martin, quality. These guys are high level. Like, don't give me
Yeah,
that.
they are.
Oh, they're B level, C level. Look, maybe their pro career things haven't worked out the way that they hoped. They're not where they wanted to be. They haven't accomplished, But the reality is, those guys are good ass fighters, man. Even Claggett, man. So people,
Mm-hmm.
that's one thing you can't take away from Tio, and the fact that he's the reigning lineal champ, going in there with that as well. I think that makes it a extra big win for Shakur if he's to get it. Like, taking the lineal strap from the man is just something that doesn't happen hardly anymore. Usually guys vacate and leave. So
Yeah.
that was like when Tio took it from Josh, yeah, okay, it was pretty clear that for everything Taylor put in to have the success he did, it cost him greatly, as it does all fighters. And the expiry date is, you just don't know. And so, yeah, I mean, it seemed like the bulk of his work was already done by the time he had went to meet Tio. But you know what? He still got in and fought to defend his lineal strap, and Tio took it. And there's a beauty in that, that nobody can take away, like, because you don't like this fight or that, or you don't think this or that. No, that's the beauty of that lineal strap, man. We want to see it changing hands like that, not being vacated, and then we have to wait forever for them to reestablish a new one. Look, that's what I like about it the most. The idea that if Shakur wins, he's taking that lineal as well. It's just a beautiful way to enter the division, come on, man. But and then I think that Tio has the desire to defend it like a champion should. I think he's hungry to defend it. Aside from just the win, I think that
Yeah.
I think that they put a lot of emphasis on the lineal strap. They like having it. They understand the history of it, like him and his dad, you know. But
Right.
I don't
Right.
know. I'm kind of rambling here, Ryan. By all means, like interject here. But I just feel like, yeah, I guess we'll say Shakur for now. You know, it's got the edge, but I'm finding more and more reasons to think, yeah, like Tio could do this, he could do that. My question is, can Tio string all these things together that are possible and
Yeah.
actually take control of the fight? You know, like it can't
I
just
think
be
you can.
about moments of success for Tio. You know, he's
Right.
got to go in there and control the fight, control Shakur, and that's where it's like, hey, can he? I don't know.
I think he can, but I think he's got to add somebody to his team, man. He need like a Ronnie Shields, like somebody who's a pure boxing coach who's gonna show him, yo, you got to get to this spot before he gets here, get to that spot before he gets here, and just have him do that every day. Because I mean, man, I always say it, man. I'm sorry, Teofimo Lopez. I'm impressed by how far he's gotten without the super elite team, which it seems like, you look around boxing, you look at Bomac and his team, you look at Devin Haney and his dad, they always getting somebody. It seems like, Reynoso, he's always got somebody. It always seems like we got these super coaching corners, but then you look at Teofimo Lopez, it's just him and his dad. And I think they had one other guy from New York that I don't even remember right now. And it's always been that way. We've never heard about Tio having a super, famous or somebody who can help him out in his corner. So I'm impressed that he's gotten this far without having a super big name coach like Buddy McGirt, or Manuel Robles, or just a third opinion. And I think they need that. I think they need like a Ronnie Shields or just a Salas, somebody who can help him out, man. What's up, Trini BX? What's going on, brother?
What up? What
Yeah,
up?
that.
Morning,
Oh,
morning. What's up, Chad? What's up, panel? Yeah, man, I
So,
agree with that. What you just said about Theo, man. Another eye in the corner won't hurt.
mhm.
But yes, yeah, I'm looking forward to that fight. Yeah,
I,
yeah, man. I wanted to touch on the Lara, yo. Chad, I'm going with Lara because of his pedigree, man. And
Mm.
I ain't that impressed about with Janibek. I think Lara has the tools to pull off an upset there. Plus, he makes the parlay look a little better. I'm trying to make some extra money for Puerto Rico. Shit.
hey,
Yeah,
Trini, I think that Laura definitely has the experience and skill to hear the final bell, you know, to get in there and make it a real hard night for Janibek. But I just don't think that he'll win. And I think he's in danger of being hurt. I think Janibek, but that's, you know, I think we got to give some credit to Lara for sure, man. And I understand why people will take that bet, will take that money. I think in who knows, man, who the hell knows? Because it has been a weaker division. I feel
yeah.
like have we been getting a real picture of either guy, Lara and Janibek, in the last 5 years, right? Um, so we'll see. We'll see. Listen, though, Chinny, now that you jumped on, I'm at work, so I'm going to jump off. I'll catch up with you hopefully soon, Trini. We could talk. And Ryan, thanks as always, man.
Definitely, definitely, Chad.
Salute
Always
to
good
y'all.
hearing from you.
Enjoy your day, brother. Yeah, man. So you got Lara, big Lara.
Yeah, I think he can pull it off, man. Take him in deep waters. I know Janabek's been having problems with the weight. Hopefully that pays off. He's got a good pedigree, Lara. He's a serious guy, man. So I'm hoping he come in there. He's not that active, but he's active in the gym. I hope he come in there. I'm not, sold on the Danny Garcia. That was what it was. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, he's got an opportunity here, man. Make some good money if he gets this win. So hopefully he shows up. Yeah, and the Roach thing, man. Yeah, I like Roach a lot, man. I was one of the few that had I picked him to beat Tank. Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
didn't believe me. I had to screenshot Johnny from the hangout spot to prove. You know what I mean? I said it, man. That he's gonna outbox Tank and he's gonna get robbed by decision. And I
Yeah.
actually got paid for it too. Like I ended up getting paid for it because like my circle, we do that, man. When you know is robbing the shit with the knee and all that. So I got my couple dollars. Just like I paid off with back in the days when Trinidad I felt Trinidad lost, man. I paid up.
Oh, the
And that
Oscar.
all started with my dad, man. My dad betted on Whitaker with Chavez.
Yep,
And it was
the
like
Purnell
$20, and he
Sweet
got
Pea.
his
Yeah,
$20, bro. I remember the argument with his friend. He's like, "Yo, you was quiet the whole fight. You watched the same fight as me. I don't care what they say. Chavez lost, and my father got his little $20. So from then, I was on some other shit. Like, I'll get paid off a draw, man. You ain't gonna rob me. You can rob the world with that shit. Not at my house. You
right.
watching that shit here? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
you know what
Everybody
we
was quiet
saw.
and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We watched the same fight. We would rewind it and turn it off the volume and score it. Like, we can do that too, you know? Like, but I think Roach, his younger brother, I can't wait for him to keep coming up too. He's got a younger brother that's coming up, but that team is official, man. And
Mhm.
he's gonna put on the weight well. And he has the opportunity, like I said, to take that Barclays, make that shit his home. It's close to where he's from. He's got the win off of Tank. There was a lot of fans in there for him. They was just quiet, till after the fight. You know that Tank fans do. But he
Yeah.
could, and he has the skills to use that aggression from Pitbull against him. He has that skill, man. He's gonna be the bigger man in the ring, I think, too. People fool because he's the 130 champ. But you
Mhm.
see with Haney, man, these guys, they put on the weight well. A lot of these guys stood down there chasing the Tank fight, you
That's
know,
true.
and I don't know props for that. Tank made his. Y'all fucked up y'all careers chasing him. Now y'all got to
Word.
rush up. You know what I'm saying? Like with the Norman, like the B Norman. I'm a storm trooper. I'm going with Norman in that fight.
Mhm.
But he got caught. He got rocked. Your father telling you this man can't hurt you. This man can't hurt you, bro. You could get hurt anytime in the ring. You know what I'm saying? He got cold and got rocked. He was hurting there.
Yeah.
That first hook that landed rocked him. And then when that straight hand came in, that shit wasn't no flash knockdown. But he showed grit. Got his legs under him. He was coming forward towards the end of the fight. I didn't consider that a bad loss for a young champ. He'll bounce back. And I said it before. I wouldn't be surprised if I see them unifying,
Mm.
down the line, unless this guy goes to 154. Yo, and the Ramos thing too. That's another one that I didn't put
Yeah.
no money on, but I always go with Lubin. I've been a fan of Lubin for the longest, and I was nervous. I had him losing that fight. Man, when they gave it to him, I was like, "Fuck it, no money was exchanged." Like, but yo, I'm not sold on Mosley, man. I haven't seen much of him. Ramos after that Lubin fight, I feel he's gonna come a little bit more serious. And then they threw that belt in there. I don't know how they got that belt up on the line for that fight, but shit.
Yeah, I don't know either, man. I mean, it's PBC. Obviously, they probably want to fight or keep one of those guys active for Carlos Adames next year because Carlos he ain't been busy, man. So it seems like they
Yeah,
just keep
since the
playing keep
Sharice,
away.
the Shiraz fight, right? He hasn't been in the ring since Shiraz.
Yep. Well, I
See,
don't
I
know if
hate
he's
when
gonna
that.
fight Shiraz. Shiraz is at 68 now.
No. I mean, since the Shiraz fight, he hasn't been in the ring, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Carlos Adames, yeah, exactly. That was his last fight.
See, I don't like when shit like that happen. Especially, we all know he won that fight, man. So if you're
Yeah,
gonna do that
he
to
won
him,
the
man, you're
fight.
supposed to spin around and get him another fight. Don't just shelf him, man. I hate when that shit happen.
Well, I think Riyadh season attempted to get him back against Janibek, but he didn't appreciate the way he was treated. So yeah, he kind of
Oh,
sidestepped
okay.
that.
Damn. So he had the opportunity to unify with Janibek.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, Turkey Al Sheikh was trying to make that, but it was a Riyadh season fight, and he just didn't like how I don't blame him, man. Like, you winning a fight and you getting up here trying to tell the man the scorecards, and I
Yeah,
know
that
he
was
had
that was
troubles with
suspect, man. That was real
yeah,
suspect,
he had
man.
problems with travel too. Like he had to travel later than Hamza Shiraz, so he kind of felt like probably like they gonna try to cheat me again.
Damn.
So
Yo,
I
you gave
get
your
it.
pick on Foster yet? Yeah, I'm in the middle on there. I'm like, that's a
Uh,
toss up for
I
me.
got Cool Boy winning, man. I want to see Fulton win, but I mean Shockey Foster, he's a good fighter, man. I'm not taking nothing away from him. That dude,
And
but
Shaki just has the loss where they robbed him too, right? I see.
I think
I
2
th-
fights ago. Yeah, yeah.
that's his
But
only loss, the robbery, right?
I feel like he has another one. I feel like he had another loss there. I think the Ray Vargas, or maybe he beat Ray Vargas. Yeah,
I
I'm
don't know.
not
For
sure.
some reason, I think they
Might
took
that
his
might be
whole.
the
I
only
think he,
one.
Yeah, I think they took his O on a robbery. I think, man, because I know if I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken, but I know he was real emotional after that shit, man.
No, he got 3 losses. Shocky Foster.
Oh, he got 3 losses. Okay. And Fulton just has a loss to anyway, right?
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know who these guys are that Shocky lost to, but I guess that was early in his career. But yeah.
I don't think Shocky doesn't have like a extensive amateur either, right?
I mean, no, not like some guys. Like we wouldn't rate it like high level. Like he got amateur experience. But I think Fulton's fought the better competition though. You know, he's fought Figueroa, obviously Inoue. He Figueroa twice. Angelo Leo. Yeah, man. I mean, it's gonna be a good
champ right
fight
now too.
Yeah, I know. Yep.
Yeah. And the
Fulton
anyway
beat
fight,
him.
that knockout was crazy. I'm getting up early watching that shit in my last job. Something in the morning with 100 screen TV.
Yeah. The way that anyway, jumped on him was crazy. Yeah.
He right, yo. He caught him on the spin off.
Yeah, he like knew. He's like, oh, he hurt. I'm going to finish this. Shout out to him, man.
Anyways, entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, who you got in that fight, Shocky or Cool Boy?
I'm leaning Fulton.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna go with Fulton on that. But that's a 50-50 to me.
No, that is for sure. That's a 50-50 fight. That's a dope fight.
I was trying to, because the week before my birthday, I was trying to maybe I don't want to fit that bill, man, by myself. So I might put together a little fight party together. It's my birthday next week. I got the trip coming up, and Christmas and all this shit.
Yeah, and they charging us 80, man. Yo, Remo, I don't like it, bro. I don't like the
60,
price.
60, I'd have jumped on it, man. Why this shit's $80? I just spent 60 last week, I think.
Right. I didn't like that, man. He said Teal's power isn't there at 140. Yeah, he hasn't put nobody down yet at 140, I don't think.
I think it'll show up against Shakur, being that Shakur's a smaller frame guy.
I was going to say that, though. Shakur's a smaller guy. He's not really a power puncher himself. Another thing that Teal got to do, I know it's going to sound like a dirty tactic, but he got to punch them hands, bro. When Teal got them hands up in the high guard, punch the gloves, bro. Punch the gloves. It's boxing, bro.
That nigga, Theo's face swells up really bad.
You're right. Yeah.
So like, I can't get over the fucking Cambosa fight, bro. When he takes the mic, he's like, I won 12-1, bro. It's 12 rounds fight, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad loss, bro. I'm glad B. Norman ain't do no dumb shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't look for a way out. He showed grit, man. That's how you want your champ to lose, man. If they gotta lose, bro. You know, he learned from there. He's gonna bounce back better.
Yeah, I believe that too, man. I'm like, man, like Teofimo Lopez, he acts like that Cambosa's fight never happened, bro. Like he totally ignores it, and I hate it because freaking Lomachenko was like that. I hated when he had the post fight with the Devin fight, and he's like, oh yeah, Devin Haney's not a pound for pound fighter. It's like, bro, he just beat you. What are you talking about?
Yeah, beat you. Just
come on, man.
Just because you was fighting back, don't mean he ain't beat you, bro. Like you had some good success. You know what I mean? Yeah, but yeah.
And give that man his respect. What up, Treese? You just get off the shift, brother?
Yow. No, I've been off for a little while now. We even had time to take a little nap.
Hey,
salute. Third shift representative Toledo Trees. What up, God?
What's going on with my guy Trini, man? What's going on? I hear they trying to pickpocket my dog. He said I got a trip to plan now. What the fuck you doing, man?
Yeah. Now I jumped on some tickets. I'm gonna be in Puerto Rico for the Zayas fight weekend.
Oh, word. Okay. What's the undercard on that? Who the undercard on that?
Yes, Rohan.
Rohan's on it. Okay. I don't know who else.
Oh, that's all you need to see. That's all you need to hear. They got Polanco and I dig it. Say less.
Facts. They trying to throw the hook out to B. Norman to jump on that, but I don't know.
That'd be too soon. Brent, you talking about Brian Norman?
Yeah, that'd be too soon.
They're saying it's too soon.
Hell no. If he on that card, that's his pops need to get fired because that's bad management. Ain't no way he need to be turned around that fast.
Unless it's a really light touch. Something to just get him back in the ring, get confidence. I can see that.
And I wouldn't even want to do that because on that, no offense, but on that card, my visibility gonna be low because Teofimo and Shakur, and they fight on the same day, right?
Yeah, there's a
that's
lot of
facts.
fights that day. You're right about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Now his next
that,
fight should be an ATL, man. So not a soft touch, but some, you know,
yeah,
the belts are tied up for a while. The belt's gonna be tied up, but maybe the Rocha winner, the Rocha winner, something like that.
Yeah. Some reasonable, yeah. Like I don't know if you heard me last night. I was talking that Brandon Lee shit. Maybe Brian Norman get a Brandon Lee in Atlanta. Fuck.
Pull him up. Yeah, that'd be good.
No, he at 147. Yeah. Brandon Lee at 147. He 147. Yeah,
that is a 40-pounder. Oh shoot.
Oh, he
all right, Brandon Lee.
Yeah, man. That's why I was talking that Polanco fight for him because he there at 147. But you know, man, hey, man.
I don't know too much about Brandon Lee. He got the greatest son name though. He better be nice with it.
He like 30-0, but like he ain't fought nobody, man. He got padded record.
Yeah, man. He was supposed to be one of these guys back in the day for PBC. He was supposed to be one of their up and comers. You feel me?
That's true. He was moved that way. You're right.
Mm-hmm. He was on Showbox and shit like that. Yeah, I remember.
But he was at 140.
Yeah, back then he was at 140. Yeah.
What's he like? I think he's half Asian, half Mexican.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Some exotic shit.
Yeah, they were pushing that. Yeah, trying to get the Mexicans to ride with them and the Asians because they
Asians.
got rabid fan base, man.
Yeah, no one better jump on that. If Polanco don't get that, that's an undefeated fighter, man.
Yeah, he is undefeated.
And like I say, it's a notable name. Even Ryan ears perked up when I said that shit. Brandon Lee. Look, everybody know the name when you hear it. So it's a guy.
I ain't gonna lie. When I heard it last night, I thought of Bruce. I'm like, what is this going on?
Fuck around, be his son. Like I say, you look at cuz you say, oh, that motherfucker is a little
Brucey. You do kind of look like him.
Yeah, man. Man, but shout out though. That'll be a decent little scrap, man. I just wanted to call in and talk some shit, man. I heard my nigga Trini on here, and I fuck with my dog, man. I just wanted to hear. I really had questions, man, because this Teofimo and Shakur shit, this nonsense, and we got these fights this weekend, like, because in my head I'm thinking Shakur going up to 140 to fuck with Teofimo, Lamont Roach going up to 140 to fuck with Eastside Cruz. Is that a fight that we get in the future, y'all think?
Didn't they agree to fight each other though? Shakur and Roach, they got like a verbal agreement.
Word. Okay, well shit.
That's what I wanted to touch on. Yeah, last night it was a lot of talk about the Theo and Gary Russell, man.
Yeah.
That's the fight that should have been happening. That's unification, but the same excuse Shakur uses to not fighting Krishan is what Theo uses with Gary Russell. Gary Russell will fight
like cool,
but Theo
like,
you know, that's how I knew all that racist shit was just an act. They're really, really close, him and that family. But Gary will fight him. Theo uses that excuse, man, because that fight should have been talked about. That's a unification. That's a bigger fight than Theo and Shakur, in my opinion.
I don't know about that. I don't know about it's a bigger fight.
Oh, what? Not bigger. I don't think so either. I think
better. It's more action packed. I'll say.
Yes. Yeah. That's The style.
But it's getting you closer to unifying 140 though. You know, because somebody walks over there with 2 belts.
No, that's the fact.
Who's the other title holders again?
That's why
Hitchens the other title, and then Matias, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why Matias.
I would have thought the Hitchens fight could happen because they in New York. You feel me? Either way, in my head, I'm thinking like, ain't no way that it's 3 of you motherfuckers who claim New York is y'all. You feel me? Turf,
right?
So it's like, why the fuck ain't 3 of you motherfuckers? It's like literally, Matias, Puerto Rican nigga, that New York shit. T.O. talking that New York shit, and we got Hitchens talking that New York shit. Why
and Roach on the low? Roach could take Brooklyn after the Tank fight. He does good with Cruz. That's close to his hometown. He could do like a Danny Garcia, make that his home. That's bread right there. And just like I told Coach, the belts are tied up at 147. Keep Polanco in New York. Bring the Dominicans out. Build the fan base. Try to lure one of them champs in 2027. But you need the fan base, man. New York is the move for Polanco, Roach, like you said, and Hitchens as well. You from Brooklyn, Hitchens. You got to fight for it. And Theo claiming it too. And it's close to Newark. So all of them got a chance to make Brooklyn their home, man.
Word. That's what I need to see. This is literally this on some Def Jam Vendetta fight for New York shit. You hear
For
me?
real.
For real. That's a good market, especially with all the fights going across seas. You know, claim that, man. Lord, these guys over, man. New York is a good market, man. If it wasn't for the Puerto Rico trip, you know, I gas Shorty up to get me the tickets. I was gonna pull up to the Barclays to fuck with some of the guys like the Boxing Maniac and niggas like that. I want to meet motherfuckers. So I was gonna shoot up. But I can't argue with that weather, man. I gotta go with the weather.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
No,
January gonna be cold.
I'm in the Midwest. We just got 5 inches last night, motherfucker. I know what you mean.
That word.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. Like I always tell Ryan, when the cold hit me, I call my cousin Richie down in Toronto just to ask him what the temperature like there, because this shit always 15 degrees lower.
Yeah, it's always gonna be lower. Yeah, bro. Woke up this morning, I was like, damn, I gotta take my kids to school. Walk them to school. I'm like, how the freak my parents do this all them years, bro?
Word, yo.
Yeah.
Word. Yeah, I used to rock out in Montreal a lot. When I used to be in the streets out here, one time I went out here, you see all the motherfuckers hanging in the same club out here. I'm like, yo, I don't want none of that, man. I'm shooting up north. I used to drive up north, take planes out there and all that. And more than a couple times, motherfucker, minor charges, like I get turned down.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? But you can have some drug charge, they'll let you in. But like
Yeah,
you
it's
rough
weird.
somebody up, some little assault charge or something, yo, turn around. I'll be like, yo, I see y'all when I get back. I'm not riding back 7 hours with y'all. They check this shit before we came.
Word. Yeah.
Word, you know how they go out there.
That's a long ride back, bro.
That shit be
Yeah,
rocking
yeah.
out there, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't never attempted to try to get in the like. I fuck around. I ain't never tried to go to Canada before. I'm so close though. One day I thought about like I know my record ain't necessarily spick and span, but my shit ain't like the worst. Like I ain't the worst motherfucker out here. I know it's
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe one day I'll try to see what the fuck is good. Fuck it. The worst they turn me back is only a little 2 hours. Fuck it. I got 2 hours.
First time I went, remember the High Times magazine?
Oh yeah, the weed joint.
Weed.
The
So
weed
one time
cup. Yeah.
I'm reading this shit.
Mhm.
They're like, yo, you can smoke weed in Montreal. Me and my homie
Yeah.
looked at each other. I'm like, yo, you work tomorrow? Like, nah, yo, let's shoot up and see what they're about. We shot up there, yo. And then we chilling outside on the strip. And like I went to pull a joint down because I see like police coming. The Mexican dude grabbed the joint. He's like, nah, it's good here. Took a pull. I'm like, yo, this shit crazy out here. This was years ago though, like years ago.
Yeah,
And then
the
since
whole
then, I kept-
country is legal. Like the whole country was legal way before you guys. Like I think almost 8 years. Like you can go on a plane in Canada with weed.
Yo, Trees, ain't no bullshit out there too in fucking Montreal. Like, you know, ain't no bullshit like in the club, no drama, nothing.
I believe
We seen
it.
two people scuffling,
Yeah.
and the security was like, yo, they're probably two best friends. 3 years later,
Yeah,
me and my best friend
that's
is
true,
scuffling
bro.
in the snow and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
believe
yo,
it, bro.
this shit
I
crazy,
believe
yo.
it, bro. It's a couple places like I ain't gonna lie. That shit low key bothers like because this like I ain't find this shit out about the restriction of access until a motherfucker got older. Motherfucker wasn't even thinking about Canada. Shout out to my dogs in Canada. I wasn't even thinking about that shit, bro. I wasn't thinking about traveling. You feel me? Like I was still thinking about just trying to get around the U.S., let alone fucking Canada or Jamaica and shit like that. Like I can make shout out to Jamaica. I can get into there. We looked into these things. We can get into there. I just went to Mexico last year. That shit was fire as fuck. You feel me? Like it's a goal of mine to get to the UK. You feel me? I'm trying to see the world, bro. So that shit, like, right, like I'm kicking myself in the ass. Like, damn, bro, how'd you
What you do is
bro?
you get your young ones out there to experience that shit earlier than you did, because you appreciate a lot what you got here when you go out a little more. Like little shit, bro. Like I'm from New York, man. You know about the police brutality out here. When we was younger, to slap you up, make you eat your blunt, shit like that. But then I go to Trinidad. I'm chilling in Trinidad. I caught a vibe. I said, let me leave real quick. I left out. 2 minutes later, police run up through house. They were so mad. They threw boiling rice water on this man, bro.
That's crazy.
Abuse.
Damn. Fuck abuse.
Wow, man.
That ain't shit that exact. That's how I ain't gonna lie. That's how, bro, motherfucker was in Mexico. I seen some shit like how they was treating their people, you feel me? I'm like, damn. I'm like, this shit. I see why people fuck it. I'll take the chance to cross that line too if I was in Mexico.
Yeah, man. This shit crazy. Like, and even like with gangster shit, like the gangster shit here, you ain't never hear no gangsters going at it with police. They
right?
shut, you know
Yo,
what I'm
that's
saying? They
true.
shut
That's
down
true.
Jamaica. They shut down
Yeah,
Jamaica and shit like that. Like the gang war shit in Trinidad is
yeah.
so fucking crazy for such a small place. It's wild, yo. I remember when the Venezuela shit started happening. They're like our cousins, and right now there's a little drama with what's going on out there. Like
Mm,
U.S. want their oil, it was a lot of drama. But when that shit first started falling apart, police officers was going to Trinidad trading guns for rice, my dude, for rice.
damn.
That's how bad it was, bro. And you see a struggle here, bro. You always gonna have running water. It's not like that in
Mm-hmm.
other places, bro. So if I was
Right.
president, man, you gotta go somewhere every 3 years for 2 weeks and not no tourist area. And when you on that plane coming back, you gotta tell me what you appreciate about here.
No, that's a fact, bro. That's a real. That's that's like you was just saying. I don't have kids right now, so that. But it's like I say, I don't got kids right now. We aspire to one day. That's a gift. Children are a gift.
Yeah, sure.
So it's like, but like you say, that's real shit though. I definitely think like, damn, like I think every day, like if I had a kid, like the shit that I didn't get to experience, you feel me? Yeah, that's real shit though. Definitely put them on the plane early, cause I ain't get on the plane till I was like 15, 16, 17. You feel me? I ain't really, and it was just going to Atlanta, just go see my aunt type shit. It was, it wasn't no exotic shit. It wasn't a trip that I hadn't already made before. You know what I'm saying? So that shit, no, that's
Word. For my 45th, I went to Medellin, Colombia.
a word.
Yeah, man, that shit was fly. I got an uncle from Trinidad and my aunt, she Venezuela. He had moved when Venezuela started going through real problems. They moved to a little further up from Medellin. It's like the countryside.
Yeah.
But then when I come back, right, my cousin's like, yo, there's hippos in Colombia. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, it's the fuck, yeah. I'm a
I
nature
never heard
dude,
of
so
that.
I know about nature. He's like, bro, there's hippos. I'm like, hell no, it's impossible. Bro, this dude, Pablo Escobar, had 4 hippos. Why they reproduce? It's over 100 hippos out there right now.
That's crazy.
It's wild because I'm like, you think that because 300 people a year die off of hippos in Africa. But not one person's been killed in 30, 40 years in Colombia because like they don't go through the drought. There's no aggressive. They ain't worried about lions and shit like that. But they're slowly fucking up the environment. Like you know what I'm saying? So right now they're trying to like mainly capture them because it's hard.
They gonna be
They
they
kill.
hunting them, man. They hunting them motherfuckers.
Nah,
They
they
turning
can't.
them
They
niggas
can't. They
into
can't because
rhinoceros
the army killed
steaks.
one, and the people flipped out. So now they got to take their time and catch them. You can't even track them because they'll run to the water and drown. So it's a lot of shit, yo. I was amazed when I'm like, yo,
That's crazy.
it's tourists to see them out there. But I found out when I came back, I'm like, cause I'm a nature freak, bro. Like
Really?
I like seeing all that shit.
Right. Check that out, my nigga Trini, man. I like my niggas, man. I feel like anybody who is a boxing fan, you feel me? I feel like you borderline, you an intrinsic thinker, you feel me? You an eccentric motherfucker. I feel like.
Nah, for sure. Nah, boxing equates to life, bro. Like even in my own little fight, bro. I'm in my 6th round, but I just caught my 2nd win, bro. So I'm gonna finish out strong, God. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Word. But I love.
Shout
I'm
to
loving
my-
this community, man. I'm a late joiner. I've been listening for a while. You know, it took guys like Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Johnny from the Hangout Spot to get me outside and more, active with this whole thing, man. You know what I mean? I had to
Sure, man.
face. I was too involved, like the cameras and all that. But now I'm more comfortable with it. I'm a law-abiding citizen now, so I can rock out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. I feel you, man. Shout out to King Ty in the building. He said, "How do you feel about Frank Martin?" But shout out to Frank Martin for finally fighting, man. He off that tank fight is crazy.
Don't the guy? Does the guy he fighting? Doesn't he got to win over Mickey Bay? Or I'm bugging. Or did Mickey
Rathis?
Bay beat him? Yeah.
I think you do. No, I think you do actually.
I think he did beat Mickey Bay.
Rance,
That made my parlay look nice too.
this
Yeah,
motherfucker
Rancis.
Rancis though, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He wanted the most, like I said. Trini, I don't know if you shout out to Toledo, Ohio. But Rancis Barthélemy and Robert Easter, former world champion from Toledo, Ohio, they gave me one of the most boring fights. One of the
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's true.
One of the
Yeah.
worst. I'm talking about one of the worst fights, brother, that you will ever see in the history.
And that was a draw, wasn't
That
that?
shit was a draw, bro. One of the worst things.
Yo, it's funny because I might have seen that because I used to fuck Robert Easter. I
that
might have
shit
seen that, man.
That shit was on Showtime, but that shit was, oh my God, that shit. Oh my goodness, I was upset that that man was acquainted with the city for some shit like that. That shit was nasty. but I fuck with him though. Robert Easter, you still a legend around these parts. But every time I hear the name Rances Barthélemy, I feel as though I'm obligated to remind the motherfucker that fight was the worst shit I've ever seen.
That's
Yeah, that was terrible.
You gotta put that on him. Fuck it.
Yeah, gotta just let the world know that it's fights like that exist from people like this, brother. This shit crazy.
Damn, that was a headline too. Damn.
Wicked. Oh, he done did the reason. Ryan done went and did the. He done went and did
Ryan,
the
quick with
research.
it. Ryan, quick
I'm
with
trying
it.
to think like, was there like another fight that I'm like, all right,
No,
that,
it was
Ryan, I think you
I'm a
seen
Toledo
it.
nigga, so you gotta
probably
imagine that was the
watched
thing. That was the thing that kept me interested in that card was that fight. So I was watching bullshit to get to even more bullshit. Shit
yeah.
crazy.
And Ryan, we probably watched it, and our mind just took that shit out of our fucking mind.
Word. Like there's Victor Postal on there too, and yeah, he not it. And
Exactly.
a Jabba at 9-5-10.
Exactly. Who did Ajagba
Mention,
fight on
Paul
that shit?
Williams
It showed the
earlier,
whole
man.
card. Do it show the card?
Yeah, Michael Walachi stopped him in like the second round.
That's on. Yeah, man. That's
Yeah,
on.
second round. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shit like that. Watching bullshit to get to more bullshit is what make you upset, brother. This is the boxing game. That's why this Saturday when we get cards like this, we need to be appreciative. I know the fights ain't happened yet, but it's too many good fights on one single card for all these motherfuckers to be bad. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like we gonna have some action somewhere. It's gonna be a bright spot on this card somewhere.
I got a feeling it's gonna be the Roach Pitbull, man. That's gonna be really exciting, man. I got a good feeling about that fight, man.
Who you
I got a
picking?
good feeling about that fight. I got Roach. I'm a Roach guy, man. Yeah, I got Roach in that. I don't know about the knockout, but it's not out of the question, man, because he's smart enough to use this guy's aggression against him, man. Roach is underrated, man. I think he's underrated. And I think he's gonna shine after this.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He said he's not gonna get the knockout. But
I thought you said.
Yeah, no. I says it's not out of the realm though. If he could, use the pressure against him, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's out the realm. Has Cruz ever been knocked out before?
That's what I never seen him get hurt.
Me neither. This is only seen him get punched and shit. Like he didn't been getting outboxed, but I never seen him getting like beat on.
Yeah. My man Lamont.
Yeah, the only one to really like outwork him was Ryo in the Ryo fight.
Yeah. Yep. Ryo,
and then I don't know how he didn't even take a tune up, right? He went straight from Russell.
Who, Ryo?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know what? It sounded like there was a lot of boxing politics in that shit. The way Robert Garcia was talking.
Yeah, because Ryo,
they would have been shelved, he said, if they didn't take that Gary fight. And I believe it. You look at PBC, they just be shelving anybody.
They do be shelving. You do go on ice around there if you don't,
And then Ryo came up to fight Cruz for 140, right? Because he
yeah, that was that vacant? Was that
it was vacant title? It was vacant.
That was a vacant title.
Because he had fought Colbert. He beat Colbert.
Yep.
Colbert. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like on the rematch of Colbert, man. I ain't like what Ryo said about something. Cause I took my pops' ashes to fucking Trinidad, man. So when he said that shit about his pops, I wanted Colbert to pull that shit off, man. But
what did he say about it? Whoa, what happened? What did he say? What you mean?
Wow, he said, some shit. He said, some shit like after this fight, you gonna say hi to your father. Some wild shit. The nigga just lost his pops. So some wild shit, yeah, man.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Oh damn.
Yeah, and then he stopped on like in the second, third round or some shit. It's early stoppage.
Yeah, it was early. Yeah, he did stop. That shit was I ain't gonna lie. That fight was what showed me that fight was what told me that Ryo was gonna beat Eastside Cruz because I figured he was gonna win that fight because I seen Ryo in that fight against Chris Colbert in the rematch do shit that I'd never seen him do before. Like he had exhibited some feet where I don't know if motherfuckers go back. If you ever go back, get the chance to go back and watch that shit. Yeah, see Ryo do some shit like, that was like it was some that shit. I'm like, he did some Lomachenko-esque shit with his feet. I said, whoa, I never seen you do that before.
Yeah.
I'm like, I never seen him do that before. I'm like, oh shit. Okay.
And that shows the pressure that Gary bring because it wasn't working with Gary.
That's a fact.
And Gary was coming off that loss, and to get a shot at the belt like that brings you that hunger. And like another thing, that's what I wanted to touch on with Roach too. Like this is where you're gonna see a better Roach, man, because they say when you win that belt, you get a little better. He ain't walk away with that belt, but he know he won that belt. He's showing up different, man. It's gonna be a different Roach here. He coming to make a statement.
I agree.
I agree. I'm intrigued, man. I like the whole card, man. I like the fights, man. I like that Shane Mosley Jr. and Ramos fight. I fuck with that. Yeah, man.
Yo, you think Mosley got a shot though?
I'm picking Mosley. Like everybody know, I told niggas I'm picking Mosley. We got Mosley Jr. in that fight, and then Trini, because you know I'm an eccentric thinker. I'm eclectic.
I know what you're gonna say. Canelo beating father.
We need a Canelo fight. That's the next fight. Cause Trini, I gotta ask you like I asked Ryan, man. Can you name me a fighter who's ever beat a father and a son, who has father and son on their resume?
Yeah, I
can't
name a guy who's done that.
Man, I can't, man.
Exactly. We done seen guys beat brothers before. We done seen guys
brothers,
beat cousins and shit. You feel me? But we ain't never seen a motherfucker beat a father and a son.
I beat your daddy, bro. Yo, that's crazy.
I'm telling you, can't nobody tell me that that's not a fight that Canelo is. That's
man.
That's the fight you should think. I know I saw Ryan on this shit. Ever since I said it, I know that motherfucker Ryan like,
I be laughing, bro, because I'm like, man, if Canelo do that, he nasty for that.
That's that's legendary, Ryan. That literally shows my greatness throughout generations. I was able to beat your father. And I beat the son. That literally shows my.
Got your name too. Got your name. But you know what? Turkey Al-Sheikh not gonna pay for that, so that got to be like Canelo's like last fight. Like he gonna go to the Azteca, the last one, bro. But shout out to the boxing outcome. What's going on, man?
What's going on? I see you working early, so I decided to jump in here and talk some boxing, man. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
What up, though?
Was on late. Now we on early. What's on your mind, man?
That's what's up. Not much. I was gonna go live or do a prediction on the fights itself. That the Lamont Roach and Pitbull Cruz, I think, is the toughest thing to pick from. For me, But I think I'm gonna go with Pitbull. I think that he's just relentless. I do think the Lamont Roach has the advantage as far as probably, moving up in weight. I think that his power carries up in weight.
What power?
10 KOs.
Well, he's a good boxer. You know what I'm saying? I just haven't seen enough. I just haven't seen enough. And Pitbull, man, he was able to knock out Rolly. So it's like it's kind of hard to pick. It is gonna be a great fight. But it's kind of hard to pick. But I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Pitbull Cruz on the fight for sure. Now the Janibek and Erislandy Lara, a lot of people might not agree with me, but I feel like Lara has faced, I feel like Lara has faced tougher competition in the past. So I feel like this shouldn't be new to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm not too sure of Janibek facing a Cuban-style boxer who moves around a lot, who's gonna try to stay away from you, use his distance and his speed. So I got Erislandy Lara.
Good. See, I knew I like it.
I got that too. I got Lara too.
This guy, these smart guys. See, I might fuck around and be Latin on the low. I didn't know. These guys picking Lara. See, we on the same type of vein. I'm fucking with my guys, man.
Because I mean, it doesn't, Bud showed one thing for sure and Mayweather too, is that when you are disciplined in this sport, and you stay in top shape, your age is like, you don't show age. Your age really don't matter.
It's the pedigree that he got, that type of pedigree, man. He do.
Right. And they decide when to hang up the gloves. It's not like time catches up to them,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the greats leave when they're ready to leave, man. When you let the wheel in, they leave when they're ready to leave.
Shout out Andre Ward, goddammit. Yes, indeed.
No, that's true, man. I think just for Lara, though, man, it's like the inactivity, man. I just hate it. But Hey,
I mean, but when was the last time you seen
Terrence
Janibek
Crawford
fight?
does that too. What you
Yeah.
mean? Janibek fought in I think May.
Against who?
Well, obviously he hasn't fought against anybody, to be honest.
I mean, I'm not talking about like no, but I don't remember his. I don't even remember him fighting in May though. Like I don't remember.
Man, he fought in Kazakhstan, bro. It was in April 5th. Yeah.
Okay, well shit. Who damn, I didn't even
he fought that dude with the blonde hair where he sparked him out, bro.
Oh,
I've never seen that.
I didn't know. I did. Damn, that shit. God, damn. That's wicked though. Because I was just telling. I'm like, the last fight that I remember of his really was fuck around. If you're looking at his box spread, Ryan, tell me when he fought Stephen Butler. When was that fight?
That was like 2 years ago, man. You wow.
That's what the fuck.
Damn.
I've been watching this man, but I ain't been watching him. This shit crazy.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
It's that division too, man.
It is a nasty division. I hate that division. Only division worse than that cruiserweight. To me, I hate 160 and cruiserweight are the worst divisions in boxing. You feel me?
I feel like the promoters, man, the promoters be like they don't fuck with each other, bro. Because see, like now we had to wait this long for this fight to happen, right? For this unification to happen.
Yeah.
Janibek has been calling for a unification about whether it didn't matter against who. He's been wanting to fight Carlos Adames. He's been wanting to fight Erislandy Lara. And they finally gonna get it done. You know, this is a good thing also for Crawford, because even if he does get the rematch with Canelo, now at the 160, somebody's gonna have 3 belts. You know what I'm saying? So regardless, this is good for boxing. Yeah, man, you know, Janibek was top rank. I think Erislandy Lara's with PBC, right? And I don't even know who Carlos Adames is with. So
PBC as well.
Yeah. Hey, if you boxing outcome, if you Bud Crawford, damn, you just made me think of something. If you Bud Crawford, who would you rather win the fight? Would you rather Janibek or Lara win the fight if you were Crawford?
If I was Crawford, I would rather get a Erislandy Lara fight based. You know what? I think we have to wait. I would have to wait to see this fight, to be honest with you, because that's where you actually take a look at the styles of the fight, and then you can actually see the boxer's mistake. But I would say I would rather fight Lara based on Terrence Crawford being able to beat him in his own game.
Okay.
Because they're both athletic, and one thing is that, you know, Crawford, he can switch. I don't think Erislandy Lara switches from the orthodox, does he?
He's a southpaw, isn't he?
Lara? Yeah, he's southpaw. Yeah.
Oh, southpaw. Yeah, that's what I meant.
He doesn't switch. I know what you mean.
Switch, but
he doesn't switch. Yeah.
And
I pick Janibek.
But that'd look nasty though, because if Crawford come out south, but he really fight better at southpaw if they do southpaw versus that shit nasty. I always think them nasty fights though. Southpaw versus southpaw is always a nasty fight because they don't get to see them a lot. Like you don't see southpaws a lot in general. So another southpaw, if another southpaw is fighting another southpaw, that shit pretty rare. So it's.
But again, like Janibek, the experience and the resume. You know, and that's the thing. It's like you have to take a look at different things. Like who has taken more punishment? You know, what how can I say, what weaknesses both fighters have? Like there's different things to take in consideration. He has to take a look at the fight and then decide, you know?
Yeah. What you think would be more beneficial to Bud Crawford's like his legacy overall? Who is the better guy? Who would you think like helps him like in the long, like down the road in history for me? Like,
I would say Janibek instead, because if Janibek stays undefeated, then it will be another undefeated fighter for Crawford's resume.
And he could do some things after Crawford beats him. Like a lot of people don't know. Like that Canelo win aged like fine wine for Floyd, man. That shit look beautiful now. But at the time, it was like he's young. We still don't know. He's still green.
That's why I hate the fact that that Spence stood out the fucking ring after the fucking Crawford fight, bro. He supposed to bounce back, bro. Nobody else at 154 or 147 was gonna do the Spence what Crawford did to him.
That's a
He
fact.
should have bounced back. You're gonna see Canelo Cinco de Mayo, man. You're gonna see him catching ready to bring smoke to somebody, man. So that win gonna age. As far as Lara, Janibek, none of them got no problems for my guy Crawford. I remember Janibek because I think that winner be more excited, man. He fuck around, get a fucking knockout at a higher weight class. He almost got Canelo out of there, man. A lot of people thought it was when I told Ace Challenge not out the rim that your man would get walked down in the later rounds by Crawford. If it wasn't for the headbutt in the 7th round, he would have stopped Canelo, man. That headbutt slowed the motion, man. I'm telling you. Then he almost got him in the 9th, bro. If they would have unleashed Crawford, he would knock him out. He just stuck to the game plan. They kept telling him, chill, this is working, chill, this is working. They let that dog loose, man, he gonna eat.
He ain't stopping Canelo, man. I'm sorry, yo. Canelo.
Watch the fight again. He had him, bro. I'm telling you, your man was ready. He almost did the no mas, bro. He almost did the no mas. He shook his head, backpedal, man. He's about to just his whole demeanor in there. Yeah, but he wasn't.
He land flush on Canelo.
He wasn't trying to shake. He wasn't trying to shake Triple G hand in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you see Canelo tap somebody for the break, bro, it was a whole different, it's a different fight, bro. He was in there. It was only one rooster in that ring, man.
Hey, my conspiracy theory is Canelo be on that coke, man. Yeah, when Crawford hit him with that shot, I know people say that, you know, obviously he's turning his head so he don't get hit that hard.
Yeah.
But the way he hit him and the face reaction of Canelo is like, it's like, damn, that's some good ass coke. You know what I mean?
Did you see the video where Crawford talks about that? And he's like, Canelo knew I was gonna throw the other punch. That's why I didn't throw it. He's like, that's why he was rolling the other way. He's like, you already knew I was coming with it.
But he had the time to do it if he wanted to.
No, he said, well, I guess, you know, Crawford was thinking of it like, I'm deep in the fight already. I'm not gonna put myself in harm's way if I don't need to.
Right.
Because, you know, because if he could see that coming, that's if, you know, he was planning for, he gonna throw that, he gonna throw this. And when he throw that, I'm gonna throw this. Hey, that's how
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you one thing though. One mistake that Canelo does when he's tired is as he's trying to walk down or walk towards his opponent, he has his guard down, he puts it up before he's gonna throw.
Yes, that is the bad habit he has. You're right.
Bad habit, and then you could time that shit. That's when Crawford said, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna stab you in the body, and I'm gonna get you up top."
Yep. Yeah,
they had enough time. They had a long time for that camp to decipher you, man. Remember, he got 3 coaches that's in there looking, and you know what I'm saying? They're gonna give you the game plan, man. Like to me, Lester Martinez didn't follow the game plan against Billy until the end. Like he just went for broke. But if that rematch was going to happen, I had Lester Martinez stopping Billy.
Yeah, I don't know about that, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I expected Billy to fight better, and I felt like he was smothering not only his opponent,
a lot of his work.
Yeah, his work, because there were power punches he was trying to throw that were not landing, you know, and I felt like I was like, damn, man, Lester might actually pull this shit off. Now they're gonna get a rematch, huh?
Nah, and Billy turned it down. And Billy's gonna fight Mungui.
Oh,
shit. And Billy said he wanted his shot. So he said, fuck that. I ain't fucking with this guy.
Yeah, and
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not mad at him, Billy, because
I'm not mad at him either, bro.
Canelo take the and Billy fight, but he ain't getting in there with Martinez.
Canelo is gonna have to fight him Billy at some point.
He should fight him Billy. If I'm Canelo, see, this the shit. See, Ryan, you know how I'm right. You know I'm the
you fighting Billy in May. Hell yeah. And then Crawford
but where would you fight him? Because see, I'm on some shit like Canelo is to the point where he should be going out on tour like the Beatles.
Oh, then he gotta come to the 6, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I want him to go
dome.
put him on
the dome,
world
dog.
tour. I want him
you got
on
that
world
Roger
tour.
Center. You got that big dome. You can see the big
Yo,
tower
the next
right
one to
through
step
it.
in the ring with Canelo gonna get punished, bro. Canelo gonna punish his next opponent, though, man. I'm saying
It's May. Okay, we got the
He
World
gonna
Cup
show
coming
up,
in
bro. He
June.
gonna show
So
up,
Mexican.
bro.
I mean, it depends who he faced, but yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, I think he wants the rematch, and the reason I think the reason
stay away from my nigga Bud, man. Stay away from
no, for sure. I don't. I think it's gonna either
put Shiraz in there with him.
Yeah, but I think
hell no. He don't need
the problem is the money, man. I think at this point in his career, it's like, yo, if I'm not getting over 50 million, I'm not fighting.
I got a 3-fight plan for you for Canelo. This what in my head, this how I see it. Like, cause you know, if I'm taking Canelo on tour, this how I'm rocking. Just walk with me. 3-fight tour. We come back fight. Like I told Ryan last night, my Mexican people, they had to pay for that Netflix fight. They not used to that. You feel me? They used to get me for free in Mexico. So fuck it. I come back to Mexico. You feel me? I do a me and Armando Resendiz, who had just beat Caleb Plant. We go to Mexico with that fight. Boom. I beat him. Next fight up. Fuck it. I'm sliding to Canada. Christian and Billy. I'm coming for you in Canada. You feel me? I like
young
that.
Dog. Get the young wolf under your belt.
Bingo. We get the young bull off of there. And then my closeout fight. I told you I'm on world tour. You feel me? I told you niggas I always want to go to the UK.
Motherfucking UK.
I want to go.
Eubank.
Bingo. We come in Chris Eubank in the UK. We close them out with Chris Eubank in the UK.
Another a chance to get a win off Bomac. Fuck around.
Bingo. You know what the fuck go, and that's your world. You go Mexico, Canada to the UK. You feel me? We didn't hit off. That's literally going up the globe. You come from Mexico up to Canada, and then you go across the water to the fucking UK.
We might have to pull up, man. Tim Bo's gonna roll out the red carpet for us.
I don't think that's nowhere near close to happening. I think that honestly, the second best fight for Canelo is Shiraz. Because Turkey backs that guy and he has the money. You know,
but if you fight him, I just feel like you got to fight him in the UK. That's all outcome.
But I think Canelo's fine though. Sure. The money's paid
the
for.
One who's gonna decide?
Yeah, because the money's already paid for. You got him on a $500 million deal. Yeah, 2 more fights left on it.
That's why I just want to take him international. He can with that. You can go international. Like I really just like you right. It might not be those opponents per se, but just those stops though. Like Mexico, Canada, UK. I think that's perfect. Hey, that's perfect.
Canelo can fight wherever you want to fight, man. He earned it.
And then he just fought in Saudi Arabia not too long ago. You feel me? With so it's like he literally going. It's like literally a world tour. You feel me? You fought in Saudi. You came to America. Then you go to Mexico. You go to Canada. And you go to UK. And then fuck it, you say bye. It's literally you close like the Beatles, nigga. Take this shit close this shit out at the Beatles.
He should do that, but he's not gonna end up doing that.
Nah, it'll probably be in Vegas.
Yep.
Vegas and Mexico. Yeah.
Bro, like behind that boxer, there's probably a mafia that we know or nobody knows about. That has money.
It's not a mafia, it's a cartel.
You already know. Yeah, but honestly, those are the best 2 fights for Canelo, man. Because Turkey says he doesn't like tune-ups. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what other promoter is gonna pay Canelo over 50 million? It's very hard for that even to happen.
Yep. That's why he left the PBC.
The Backroom Kelly fight, man.
That shit horrible.
See what's gonna happen there. Backroom gotta knock him out. If Backroom don't knock him out, Hearn gonna do some slick shit, man.
I think Kelly you right, Trini.
And then Boots gonna get Kelly.
Bingo. You see, I knew I liked this nigga.
Don't bother him. Look, the whole wave thing. He's gonna wave that shit to fight Kelly.
Bingo. You know what the fuck going on? See, Trini got eyes, man. He got eyes.
Boots got an eye. Zayas, he got the interim.
Yep. WBA.
For the WBA, and he should fuck around and be like, you know what? I went down to Dallas. If they ducked me, they ducked me. Let me get another fighter right quick and be ready and sharp for this fight that could happen in June, Madison Square Garden. You know, New York is only 2 hours away from Philly. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, but he got to get Zaya soon because Zaya's going to 160, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Gonna
They have
leave?
to make it-
Fundora's
they have
gonna
to make
leave
it
too. Fundora gonna leave, and that belt gonna get emailed to Ortiz. There's some funny
I don't
shit
know if
going on there
Fundora
with
gonna leave,
Scapson.
man.
I've been saying that for the longest.
Fundora be eating cheeseburgers on fight week, bro.
Yeah,
Like
you always say that too. Yeah, you say he's gonna be at 150. I think he's going
that
to
dude
160. I
making
think it's
weight
some shit.
I'm gonna be there forever. How old is? Look that up for me, right? How old is Fedora?
Fedora probably
Fundora's
in his
camp though. They be
mid-20s.
on the mountains putting in that
I
work.
feel like I feel like he's been around for a while though, but he always just looked young. But the motherfucker been around for a minute.
He was born in 97.
97. Okay, what's it? He's 28. He's 28.
28. Yeah.
He ain't no young nigga.
He need to move up in
Harvard.
weight.
He go to Harvard.
He's not old.
He not. Oh yeah, he not old. But
This prime time for him.
That's a fact.
27. Yeah, he's prime, man.
Yeah, but I think he need to move up in weight. I don't think that's his natural weight, bro.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be at 160. I'm telling you, it's something with Scamson and him.
I ain't gonna cap. If I'm any of them guys, if I'm Xander or Fundora, if I'm any of them, if I was motherfucking Boots on some real shit, like I told you, I think 160 one of the most barren divisions in boxing. I'd be eager to get the fuck up there and take that bitch over. Like
bro,
when they talking about Earl Spence, I'm like, Earl Spence, why the fuck don't he come back to 160?
Yeah, he should. Spence should. But if Boots skips 54 trees, you know already people gonna be like, this guy's a scary dude, bro. He
but it really ain't nobody. I mean,
he skipped by monsters, bro. Sharks, he skipped by.
He's scared of the shark infested waters. They gonna see
what is he doing?
And I don't understand like why Boots ain't take that money he fucking took to take that plane to Texas and get himself some conditioning and just train for that fucking IBF thing, man. You know, phenom. Shit, that weight class shit been around forever, phenom. Go get that.
Be the Rocky,
do it too. The Philly Rocky, go fight the crazy Russian that's been on the show for 2 years. That's a fight you could win, bro.
Or you get the BA and do the unification.
But I think Matchroom wants more to sell more. The market,
higher profile.
Yeah, but Boots going to get this guy after what he did to Tim Zoo and everybody labeling him the boogeyman. That's how you make a splash at 154, man.
That's true.
Go get that. You the phenom. There's no reason for you not to get that. Go get that. Because not for nothing, if Crawford ain't take that route up to Canelo, he would have unified 154. He was going to unify that shit.
I see what you're saying because he was champion at 147.
Yeah.
See, my thing is with Boots though, I'm a firm believer in this in general. Like, I don't know why the fuck none of my youthful Americans, Abdullah Mason, if you listen to this, Boots, if you listen, Devin Haney, Jared Anderson in particular, if you're listening to this, brother, why the fuck have none of our guys taken over the 4th of July weekend date? If you telling me Boots is gonna fight a Russian guy, why the fuck isn't he fighting 4th of July weekend? That's what you do, Boots. Go get the Russian guy for that belt at 154.
Yeah,
if that's what we doing, you feel me? Like, I got Canelo, Cinco de Mayo, Mexican Independence Day. Why the fuck ain't none of my guys? I've never heard nobody ever be like, oh, I'm making it a point to take over July 4th weekend. Or in the summer when the vibes is high and you feel me? Like, this shit go. Like, what the fuck? Suns out, guns out, buns out. Shout out to the bitches. Why the fuck are dogs coming for July 4th weekend as the new face of American boxing? I don't understand this shit, brother. Help me understand this shit.
Yeah. I mean, man. Is there no big games on July 4th?
No. The NFL not going on in July.
The NFL is not going on.
The NBA is not going on because that ends June. So, like, what the fuck? Like, what, you just not competing?
Just baseball, pretty much.
And that's spring. That's like the spring shit. That ain't the World Series. You feel me?
Exactly. Yeah, it's still regular season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. So, they could do a master. Yeah, you're right, man. They could do a big event.
Guarantee we got one weekend here in the U.S. Shit. The way they're taking these fights away.
Exactly. Just guarantee me one weekend. Like, I don't know who the fuck listening, but please, if anybody is listening to this, you know, I know everybody talks shit about me as a matchmaker, but everybody and their mother know that Treese is a promoter at heart. I'm the
I never understood that. July. I thought Jake Paul was gonna do it. He's trying to do it though this year.
like when with this Anthony Joshua shit, I'm like, why the fuck? If he like, I don't know, bro. I thought him, if you're gonna fight the UK nigga, you do it on July 4th. You put on, because even if you lose, it's like, okay, he lost, but he put on for America. You feel me? He did the shit for, I don't know, bro. Maybe I'm fucking I don't know, bro.
That should be big against you. That should be big against UK fighters, though.
You can't be losing on
your day. No, that's a fact. You can't be losing.
Yeah.
You got he got to go find him a Goya Bean warehouse worker on July 4th.
Yeah.
That shit for sure.
Yo, Trice, how long you see Mason at 35 though?
Oh man,
I ain't gonna want to 40, but I want to see him at 140, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I want to see.
I would say 2 years.
2 years at 135?
No, not two.
He's 21. He's 21.
Yeah, but he's
21. Damn,
he can make weight. He can do it. He still got them good genes, bro. He can make
Yeah, you're right.
He big.
You're right.
He a little big.
Yeah, then he 21. Yeah, that's my guy for the future, man. I think he getting past a couple torches, man.
It depends, though. To be honest with you, in the business side, it does make sense for him to move up. If there's nothing for him at 135, he could do the same thing. He could do the same thing that Boots did. If 140 is where the money's at, you know, that's what he should do.
No, yeah, like defend the title one time, maybe unify against another, or just defend it, homecoming fight, get Tiger Johnson on the card, and then move to 140 for some money up. Huh?
See, but my thing is with the 135. That's why you stay. Is see them. See, he young enough to where 135. If he making the weight comfortably, if I'm managing him, if we doing this shit, like, nah, that's the one. We take that over. Because we got guys like, you know, everybody and their mother know I'm mad at Shakur for not fighting an undefeated fucking champion in your division instead of scurrying up. Because your resume at 135 is shit. Why aren't you fighting Raymond Mortataya? You feel me? So it's like, if I'm Abdullah Mason, the winner of that Raymond Mortataya and Andy Cruz, oh, no, I need to see.
Oh, yeah.
He got to get the winner of that fight. He got to fight.
Yeah, I want to see that fight, actually. I do want.
Yeah.
Andy Cruz and Shakur, that'd be dope, bro.
No. The winner of Mortataya, Andy Cruz with
Mortataya and Andy Cruz is fighting. I'm talking about Abdullah Mason need the winner of that fight. He need the winner of that Mortataya and Cruz fight.
Hell yeah.
I want to see Shakur and Cruz, bro.
Why? Why you want to see that?
Cause if Andy beat Shakur, then Keyshawn gotta save him.
Nah, bro. You don't want to see that. That's
okay, yeah, because he got the win over him. Yeah.
He gonna be this big bro. Then little bro gotta come, bro.
No. We don't want to see that, bro. No. If Andy Cruz and Keyshawn, them two are no. Shakur can't.
Yo, I'm mad. I forgot about Keyshawn a little bit, man. I forgot about something. Where he coming at 140 though?
Yeah, he at 140.
Yeah, Keyshawn. Yeah, he need to get back in the ring, right? His image is fucked up.
He said he wanted to fight on that Shakur and Tio undercard against Nair Albright.
Oh, okay. Oh, the singing ass nigga who beat his
brother. You want that get back for real? What he should have did.
He beat him already though, but it was
no contest.
Yeah, that's
the weed, bro.
It wasn't. I ain't gonna lie though. That fight was on some real nigga shit. Now here, Albright gave him a hell of a fight.
I was gonna say that was probably like the first time I was like, damn, he got pushed.
He got pushed
in that fight. Yeah.
Fuck up. No, that's real shit.
Yeah, you got to make a statement in this fight, though. You got to come in, focus. And they was riding with him, man. He dropped a lot. He dropped the bag, man. He
fucked up a lot of. I ain't gonna lie. He fucked up a lot of money. It's crazy because I had a nigga who was making a joke like, it's funny how the moment Keyshawn fucked up top rank, they're not on ESPN anymore. I said,
Sure, it's crazy.
Don't put that on. He tried to put that on Cuz, right? Don't put that on.
That's hilarious. The timing was perfect on that one.
That was crazy. They tried to.
It is crazy though. He fucked up a lot of money. A lot of money.
He did.
Yeah, man. It was riding with him, man.
But if you Abdullah Mason, you happy because it all worked out.
Yeah, the shit talking with the press conference with the young boy and the way the boy looking now.
And we gotta remember that was the belt that he went and got was Keyshawn Davis.
Exactly. Yep. Pick that shit up. No, that was great, man. That was great for Abdullah. At least you looking at it like, yep, he fucked up. It's my time now.
That's a fact. And it's crazy because Abdullah got his brothers. They get the Mason 5, and then they got the D3, but his brother lost. They took the L, so it looked like the Mason brothers is they higher trajectory than that shit. It is crazy. Damn, Abdul. That is kind of crazy. Shout out Abdul. Midwest Mafia, we in here.
Yo, I gotta make a quick run. I'm gonna keep listening, y'all. Yo, good talk, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Trini, man.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm about to jump off. I still gotta get my breakfast, man.
Oh, all right, okay. I'm about to let you go, Ryan. Go ahead and get your Canadian bacon. You feel me?
Yeah, bro. Gotta get my
maple
bacon.
syrup. Don't forget the maple syrup.
Oh shoot, y'all know.
All right, bro. You be cool, man.
Thanks, fellas, man. Appreciate you. Yo, Boxing Outcome, man. You could drop your link in the chat, bro. Let the people know where they can find you.
Hell yeah.
Going live.
A subscribe and a like, man. Hell yeah, we fuck with you.
Is the they could just look me up, the Boxing Outcome. And
all right, man.
Come out with that same logo.
Okay. Yeah. Make sure y'all check him out, man. Gonna have his breakdown for this fight. Pitbull Cruz and Lamar Roach, man, should be good. I appreciate y'all though, man.
Hell yeah.
Salute to everybody, man. Great show, man. Great show. Salute to all the guys coming up. Salute to everybody who dropped a super chat. We had a couple super chats, man. I love the support. Always supporting the channel. I appreciate it. Yeah, Hector Bermudez, my man Darius Flowers. He dropped 2 super chats on me. I appreciate you, bro. Half Boxing. We had Treese, my guy Toledo Treese. Pete Pacino. Salute to everybody, man, for rocking out with me this morning. I really appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all smash that like button before you leave, man, and subscribe to the channel. Also, join the members for just as little as $1 per month. I've been trying to get some more things rocking out. I think next year is gonna be a much better year, and like I'm gonna try to actually get out and go to the events next year, especially New York. I got the 31st off, so I might be at the Tio and Shakur, man. I'm gonna try to see if I can get credentials. If not, I might holler at my boy Ness, see if I can go represent the Boxing Voice and go there and do that. But yeah, man, salute to everybody in the building. I really appreciate y'all. Have a good Tuesday, man. We in December already. You know, the holiday season is around the corner. Enjoy yourself. Be safe out there. Have a good day. Peace, man. Salute to everybody who tuned in. I appreciate y'all supporting the whole Boxing Talk Up North vibe, man. We out. Peace.
Yeah. What? I will slap you if you don't move this car. I'm gonna slap you. I'm gonna slap you. Okay.